This guy's bruising fuck Arteta, this man ain't a legend. Said he made us challenge, but we challenged for second. 5 years, no trophies, get sacked in a second. Drop me out, this trophy job's coming like bangers. And yo, owners, what you saying? 800 new on these players who are not creating. No trophies in phase 5, look how we're playing. Ranieri did it with Leicester, what phase was they in? Liverpool just picked up a title. We don't stop to be humble, you're dismissing the rival. That you catch a bullet, dismiss with this rifle. He's dead on arrival. Came short, he can hardly breathe. Dying outside the Emirates in this armory. Tell a real gunner shooting on the wing like I'm a breed. I'ma catch Mikel Arteta in an artery. Tell him, I want him out. Mikel Arteta get him out. Super deeper Mick, I want him out. I can't stand this little prick, we need him out. We need him out. Fuck Mikel Arteta, get him out. Fuck super duper Mick, we want him out. We can't stand this little prick, we want him out.
Oh, boss, that game against Bournemouth was crazy. The last minute goal, we went nuts. Though some people say every time we win a game, we celebrate like we won the league. We don't over-celebrate, do we, boss?
Oh, no. No, Martin Odegaard. I don't think so.
Finally, the North has come back to YouTube. Because if you smell what the North is cooking, you feel that puta, we are back and we're with a special guest, EGAL. We're going to get into the clips. We're going to get into this blasphemous talk that Arteta is a genius and is better than Arsene Wenger. Before we get into that and before we run the clips, make sure you're liking and subscribing. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to my guy, my unks, you know. Man like DJB, the link is in the title. Nunca saber nenhuma pucaria. Nunca saber nenhuma merda. Make sure you're liking and subscribing because we've got a great show for you today. DJB, how you doing, my guy?
All good, my friend. All good. And what can I say? The new season is just round the corner. And I'm not excited. I'm feeling tense, North. I'm feeling tense, and I'm hearing men like EGAL disrespecting the great Arsene Wenger, and it's just getting madness and madness. It's another summer. It's another hope again. We live in hope with this football team. Even though we've signed a number 9, I should be bouncing off the walls. And I'm not, because what I've seen pre-season, I've seen a team that's unprepared. I've seen a team that's tactically inept. We've got no left back, even though Skelly's, he's a left back. He's not a left back. He's a midfield player that's going to get found out many, many times. Our left-sided has got worse because Martinelli looks worse than what he was last season. He looks worse. Trossard, he's kind of, it's Trossard, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just feeling a bit flat, my friend. But apart from that, I'm okay. I'm all good, man. Pleasure to be on your show. At last we come together. It's been some time, we've shared streams, we've shared screens and streams, and I've seen you do all your mad stuff in Madrid and here, there, and everywhere as usual. You're a top guy, North, and it's a pleasure to be on with you, my friend. 100%.
I'm humbled that you're on the channel. DJB, I'm sorry to raise your blood pressure. I'm going to have to raise my blood pressure because over here, we provide receipts. They do call me Northside, a.k.a. Mr. Receipts. And I bring the receipts because when we talk about facts. We talk about things that would get you time in a court of law because we bring the facts, the evidence, CSI. You know what I'm saying? The blood print, the fingerprints. Exactly. With the same guy that says, is yours gold? The same guy that lords up Thierry Henry, Vieira, Birdcamp, Overmars, Perez, Reyes, all these players, all these legends of this club has now come out and said, DJB, calm down, sit down. Relax, take a chill pill, because we got Arteta that's a genius that is better than Arteta. Let's run the clips. Let's run the clip. Let's go.
Let's run these clips, guys.
Good, but his players in the last 10 were not. This team under him, we win. A lot of people are saying that actually they believe Arsene Wenger would have won the league by now with this team. I don't know.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Arsene Wenger was at Arsenal for how many years? Didn't win nothing.
What?
Whoa, EGAL. Let's not
Bro,
go mad
Arsene
now.
Wenger didn't win nothing from 2000.
Let's not go mad.
2004.
No. We're not
Bro,
doing.
majority of the trophy, bro, was under Arsene Wenger.
We're not doing.
Mark
No.
Let's stop it right there, DJB. Let's stop it right there. Man said our trophy drought was under Wenger. Okay, cool. You want to talk about 10 years trophy drought? What is 6 years trophy drought? Man also said he won nothing. Okay, cool. So you're not including the FA Cups that he won, yeah? After we won the league title in 04. Okay, so the FA Cup that he won in 13-14 doesn't count. The FA Cup that he won in 14-15 doesn't count. The FA Cup that he won in 16-17 doesn't count. That's 3 FA Cups. Yet, when you guys got Arteta, you loaded him up for winning what? Winning who? Winning what? Winning the blood clot FA Cup. But when Wenger wins 3 in his last 10 years, he was the reason why we went in a trophy drought. When Arteta wins 1 FA Cup in his first year, you got to believe, because he's won an FA Cup. What's the difference here? Because it's the same trophy. The only difference is Wenger won 3 and this guy won 1. What is the difference? Yeah. This is the same fan base talking about, oh yeah, but look at the community shields. Okay, let's go for the community shields. Wenger won a community shield in 14-15. He won a community shield in 15-16. He won a community shield in 17-18. So he's won more community shields. He's won more FA Cups, but that means that's a trophy drought. Okay, cool. So this manager has basically been in a trophy drought for 6 years, because you don't count community shields and you don't count FA Cups. That's what you're saying by saying that. So really and truly, you get your own manager in a pickle, because your manager ain't won more or better than Arsene Wenger in his last 10 years. So what are we actually doing here? What is the actual argument? DJB, please take it away.
Oh, man, what is he saying? I mean, how can he come out with such a statement like that? It's just criminal. It's criminal. Honestly, 3 FA Cups. This guy has come in, he's won 1 FA Cup with a team that he never built, with a player that he's let go for free last season, the only left back at the club. And yet, he has the audacity to come out with this sort of nonsense, you know? Meanwhile, these are the people that say, oh, yeah, we trust the process. Trust the process. Give him time. Let him build. Trust the process. Where was Wenger's process? Do you know what I mean? How can he come out with this nonsense? It's just absolute madness. For him to even question Wenger and compare and put Arteta above him is just. This is where the fan base has got to now, Northside. This is how it's got to now. This is what we're up against. How is this manager going into another season with this football club with all the money it's had spent on it? Wenger never had all this sort of cash. Wenger was building stadiums and all this. Yeah, okay, it went a little bit toxic. Yeah, his time was up. But listen, the credit that guy had in the bank, the football that was being played under him, and you're you know what I mean? You're putting Arteta on a pedestal above him. It's just madness. It's totally disrespectful. And this is how they disrespect other teams, Northside. They disrespect other managers like it as well, and other teams. There is no one better than Mikel Arteta in any way, shape or form in a lot of these fans' eyes. No one. This guy would even knock Jose Mourinho over him. Do you know what I mean? He'd even disrespect him over him. That's how much of a pedestal Arteta is on. What can we say? What can we say, North? What can we say?
I just want to say this. Arsene Wenger was getting top 4, losing his best players year in, year out. Let's go through. Arsene Wenger lost Ashley Cole after going invincible. Still got top 4. Arsene Wenger, lost Van Persie for Fergie to win the league in his last season. Arsene Wenger lost Clichy. Arsene Wenger lost Nasri. Arsene Wenger lost Fabregas. Arsene Wenger lost Alex Song. Arsene Wenger lost Haleb. Arsene Wenger lost Rosicky. Arsene Wenger lost Alexis Sanchez. Arsene Wenger lost so many players. His best players, he lost. Yeah? Arsene Wenger had Vieira going into Inter Milan. He had the Invincibles ripped apart. He had Thierry Henry leaving for Barcelona. Arsene Wenger, as much as I feel like the last 10 years was he was a loser in the sense of he was no longer pushing to win major honors. I agree with that. But when you compare his CV... Sorry, go on, DJB.
No, go on. Carry on, man.
All I'm saying is when you compare his CV, if he's a loser, you can never defend Arteta to me, ever. No. Because he was a loser because FA Cup wasn't good enough. He won 3 Premier League titles. He got to a Champions League final, which we lost against Barcelona. That was the standard under Arsene Wenger in his first 10 years or so. You're telling me this manager, Saka, has stayed. Saliba has still stayed as I'm currently recording or doing the live. Gabriel signed a new contract. Ethan signed a new contract. Max Diamond's come through. Skelly has stayed. Man's had Odegaard stay. Martinelli has stayed. Partey, he got rid of him when he was done with him. Rice, he's bought in. This manager's broke our transfer record. He has not been losing his best players. He's kept the players that he wanted. And the players that he doesn't want, he's got rid of. Arsene Wenger was losing players that walk into Man City, walk into Chelsea's team, walk into Barcelona, walk into the best teams in the world, walk into Inter Milan. These are the kind of level of players that we were losing, bro. These were the kind of players that we were losing. Man lost Adebayor. Man was losing players, that are generational talents, bro. Players that are legends of the game. And you're telling me this manager, more money spent, keeping his best players. More money, this manager spent more money than the whole reign under Arsene Wenger. And yet you're telling me that Wenger winning 3 Premier League titles, multiple FA Cups, he's the guy that sent us on the trophy drought. Then what the hell are you doing supporting Philippine Arteta? The bare minimum people like me, people like DJB have said, we may be nobodies in Europe, but at least we're somebodies in England. We used to have the most FA Cups. We won Premier League titles. We were going neck and neck with Man United almost every other year at the start of the Premier League. At least go back to that. You ain't even matched Arsene Wenger. You ain't even matched Arsene Wenger at his worst. 3 FA Cups. Yeah? When this manager talks about, I got 3. When they asked you about trophy, I got 3. Filho da puta. Marica da merda. Filho da merda. Yeah? Let me tell you something, transveste da merda. You can't even win 3 FA Cups in 6 years. And you want to put Wenger's CV up against Arteta? Are you fucking stupid, bro? Are you fucking dumb? The only slander I'm taking when it comes to Wenger is his last 10 years. And when you put Wenger up against the elite managers, I'm talking about Mourinho. I'm talking about Del Bosque. I'm talking about managers, I'm talking about Fergie. I'm talking about Pep. Them managers, you can lick man Wenger because he never won nothing in Europe. Cool. I hear the conversation. But up against Arteta, are you dumb, you stupid da merda? Are you stupid? This Harry Potter looking Dobby go home, filho da puta, E.T. go home, light up the finger, I want to go home, go back to Canada. I'm not hearing none of this bullshit, bro. You can have maple syrup back in Toronto. Don't ever fucking disrespect Arsene Wenger for the sake of flipping Mikel Arteta because he's good looking. If you like men, go watch RuPaul's Drag Race. If you like men, Go
Facts,
down
Mark.
to Vauxhall. They've got enough pubs where you'll be excited. There's enough rainbows, Skittles, taste the rainbows, Starburst, and all the men that you want to look at. And you can tell me how good looking they are. Would you guess what? I ain't even interested. Do not ever disrespect Arsene Wenger for the sake of this manager. Are you, bro? I'm DJB, go, because I'm gonna get angry now. I'm gonna start moving.
Do you know,
stuff early.
North? Listen, man, you're vexed. You got to let it out. You got to let it out because I can't even believe they even mentioned Wenger in the same sentence as Arteta. This guy, what you got to remember as well. Look at the quality of you reeled off there the players that left the club, right? Look at the players he brought into the club compared to this brother. Alexis Sanchez. We bring in Norgard. Yeah. Just look at the players Wenger bought. Look at okay, yeah, he did sign some rough players, but compared to Arteta, what he's bought in all the money he's had, look what he bought to the club. Yeah, Vieira, Petit, Overmars, all these men. And you're comparing him with Arteta that's bringing in Madueke, Norgard, Zubamendi, Jesus, Sinchenko. Come on, man. What's going on? What is going on? Marino, Calafiori, Tomiyasu replacement. That's all he is. Another Tomiyasu. So even on the signings, without the football, without what trophies, just on what he signed, the players he brought to the football club alone, you can't even compare to Arteta. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. Then you go on about the things Arteta won. First 10 years, what Arteta done gave him enough time for the following years, as Lynch, big up Lynch, said in the chat. This is madness. So on that basis, then Arteta, if he's been for how long he's been at the club now? What's he got? 3 years before he's there for 10 years? He's got to win a lot in that time to even match Arsene Wenger. He's got to win premierships. He's got to win. He's got to get us to a Champions League final. He's got to do a double. He's got to do all this madness to even be in the same bracket as Arsene Wenger. He hasn't got the time. He'd be gone by Christmas. Watch the start of the season. Have you seen how we've been playing in these friendlies, North? What confidence has anyone got? Have you seen it? And people have been saying to me, it's only a friendly. It doesn't matter. It's only a friendly. Well, if we'd have spanked Villarreal 5-0 and we'd have duffed up Tottenham 5-0, this lot would be singing from the rooftops. You'd be going, he's a genius. He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. What have you seen any different? Wenger bought a style of play. Wenger didn't just create stuff at Arsenal. He bought a style of play. He bought a culture like Pep did. He bought a culture, the way teams play, the way they act, the way players look after themselves, what they eat, everything. He changed the whole way football was played in the Premier in this country. This guy, all he's doing is just rinse and repeat, carbon copy of Pep, trying to be like Pep, trying to do things. None of his own manner, none of his own tactics. He's not really kind of creating anything. He's not. What's he doing? Look at it against Villa. Crosses going in. Long ball against PSG in the semi-final. Long throw-ins. Crosses against Villarreal. Just crossing the ball. Crossing. Gyökeres making all these runs.
You remember, Wenger was getting top 4 with Sonogo. He was a postman.
Exactly.
Postman Pat.
Look at the players he improved.
Bro, are you mad?
Look at the players that improved under him.
Bro, we had Sendros at the back. You remember Sendros?
Yeah. Wiltor.
Almunia. Oh my God.
Will toured Old Trafford.
Is this guy stupid?
Man.
Is this guy stupid?
Kanu. Kanu, look what madness he was doing at Chelsea.
Oh
At Stamford Bridge that year. Look what he done to Kanu. I mean, come on.
Oh, nah, this is blasphemy. Let's continue. This is blasphemy.
Was gonna act like Arsene Wenger was going to turn around everything.
Tell me when.
Are you sure, bro? Are you sure?
Hey, tell
Okay,
me.
stop.
Are you sure?
People turn this
No,
into
we're going mad now. No, we're going mad.
Simply put, the same fan base who want Arteta out now, the same fan base who wanted Wenger out. Don't all of a sudden act like Arsene Wenger in this iteration of Arsene Wenger, who even in 2017 was past his best, would do anything now with
What
this
are
team.
we doing?
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I beg. You're telling me that if Arsene Wenger had £1 billion to spend, we're not winning the league.
Bro, Arsene Wenger had a decade we didn't win shit.
Wait, no. Answer the question.
While you were moving grounds, yeah?
No, wait. Whoa, by the way,
There was
relax.
an 8-year period we didn't win a trophy under Arsene Wenger.
No,
Let's
I don't
not
wanna
all of a sudden
hear-
rewrite history and act like
I don't
Arsene
want to hear
Wenger
none of that.
was in this situation when he
I
left.
don't want to hear none of that.
Bro,
Yeah?
he's
I wanna know.
a legend of the club, but let's not act like he left us in the best state.
Listen to understand, not to respond. I need the answer to the question. If
Go ahead.
Arsene Wenger had £1 billion to spend, are you telling me he's not winning the league?
I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. No, it's cool.
Yeah, answer that.
You don't know. Okay, let me tell you what Wenger did with limited funds. He got Haleb. That's better than most of the midfielders that we've got. I'm talking apart from the youngsters because they got a lot of potential. Rosicky, Podolski. Podolski's better than Havertz, and he's better than Jesus.
100%.
If you didn't know, if you didn't know the way he could strike a ball, listen, I ain't even gonna explain it. If you weren't there, you weren't there. Man like Eduardo is better than Havertz and Jesus. Man like Clichy, Colo Torre. Man went out there with limited funds, yeah, and got man like Sol Campbell. Do you think this manager would have been able to get Harry Kane to this club? That was the equivalent. He was the Tottenham captain. They were about to break their transfer wage to re-sign Sol Campbell to a new contract. He was a Tottenham boy and he was the captain. Do you think this manager is capable of doing that? We can't even convince Mbeumo. We can't convince Mbeumo to come to this club. We couldn't convince Buendia. We couldn't convince Isak. We couldn't convince man like Dani Olmo. We couldn't convince Rafinha. Look at the ballers that I'm talking about that we couldn't convince to come to this club. And you're telling me you're talking about Wenger wouldn't win a league title with £1 billion. Let's look at his player ID. Alex Song is better than Moreno, than Declan Rice, than Norgard, than Lokonga, than Fabi Vieira. Do not chat to me. Aaron Ramsey is better than Odegaard. That is a fact. Theo Walcott, that we said, oh, you know what? Is he really a legend? Theo Walcott is better than Martinelli. He's better than Marquinhos. He's better than Reece Nelson. He's better than Sterling. He's better than all these guys that this guy's brought in, bro. Are you stupid? What are you talking about? The disrespect, yeah, is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. How dare you? Wilshere is better than most of these midfielders, if not all of these midfielders that he's brought in. I don't see any of these midfielders that Arteta's brought in can do what Wilshere did against Barcelona. That's a fact. That is a fact. Diaby is better than most of the midfielders this guy's brought into this club. Diaby, and he was injury prone. When available, when fit, is better than the ID that I'm seeing from this manager. This is limited money, bro. Limited money. Pires, Birdcamp, Reyes, Overmars, Canu.
Crazy.
Are you stupid, bro?
Goes on and on.
Anelka, Thierry Henry, Man talks about this manager getting the best out of players. No, Wenger got the best out of Thierry Henry. He was a winger that was failing at Juventus. He turned him into a striker. He became one of the greatest players in this league. He's in the Hall of Fame for a fucking reason. Do you think Jesus and Havertz and Nketiah, your defense is in trouble? Nketiah in the room, fuck off. Couldn't even lace the boots of Thierry Henry and Anelka. Not even Canoe. Are you stupid, bro? Are you actually stupid in offending the greatest Arsenal manager that I've seen? For Mikel Arteta. It's actually beyond me, bro. It's actually beyond me, the level of disrespect, bro. But let's continue, then we're going to get DJB's opinion.
I tap, you know, Chris Benoit.
No, I can't answer that question.
I'm done.
Hold on. Egal. You spent so much money in Arteta. In his first 3 seasons, he didn't get top 4, right? Even at Arsenal, didn't he finish 8th in his first season, and then 5th and 5th?
Oh, you're counting the half season where he came in midway.
Okay, fair. Well, we won't count that then. If you don't,
Because you said full season, right?
I just said 3rd season. But cool. If we don't want to count the full season, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. At Wenger's worst, if I'm not mistaken, at Wenger's worst, he was still getting regular Champions League football, right? At his worst.
Well, there's 2 different things. We're conflating Arteta not winning the league and comparing him to Arsene Wenger, who was just trying to get top 4. It's 2 completely different levels.
And won the league.
Hold on. The reason that Wenger's only getting top 4 is because man like you were telling us we're paying off a stadium. Man like you said we couldn't compete with the elites. We couldn't spend the money. Man like you were telling us, that we can't compete with the elites. Well, guess what? We're no longer paying off a stadium. We are no longer selling our best players. And we're spending more money. We are breaking our transfer records. Man like you told us we can't spend 100 million on a player. This man spent 100 million on Declan Rice. Over 100 million. DJB, it's so bad that even the rivals are like, no, that's too far. The way you're talking about Wenger in comparison to Arteta, a Liverpool fan is defending Wenger. He has no dog in the race, DJB.
He can't. They all know what Wenger's like. They won't even have him at their club. Ask the Liverpool fan.
Arsene Wenger last won the league.
Liverpool fan.
Yeah,
ask the Liverpool fan if you'd have Arteta at the club. They all know. No. They wouldn't. They wouldn't have him. They wouldn't have him. Honestly, let's listen to more dribble of what he's going to say, and then I'll come in because it's just ridiculous.
Okay, let's continue.
In 2004.
No. When did Arteta last win it?
Bro, we are conflating 2 different things.
All right, no, forget about the league.
He got us top 4.
Hold on.
We're talking about challenging. Arsene Wenger last challenge for a league title.
What about a trophy?
2 decades ago.
What about a trophy?
Arsene Wenger took 8 years to win us a trophy once.
Oh man, come on, Egal. Please don't.
Why are we?
Are you saying Arteta's better than Wenger?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out.
No, I'm simply saying don't rewrite history and act like Arsene Wenger had this team.
You're rewriting history, bro. Wenger was your best period in your living memory.
Came from Japan. His first 5 years, if he had this team, yes, he wins us the league. But Arsene Wenger and his last iteration of Arsene Wenger comes into this team, we would not be the same.
Arsene Wenger in his last iteration of Arsene Wenger is still better than Arteta in his best iteration.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger at his end. Arsene Wenger at his end.
Sorry, Dan.
Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger at the end of his time at Arsenal was no longer.
Nah, it doesn't matter to me.
Arsene Wenger at his end time at Arsenal was no longer the top manager you guys think he was. He was.
Where did he finish in his last season?
Naive, and he set us up so open.
Where did he finish?
He conceded ridiculous amount of goals.
Where did he finish?
Arsene Wenger might be better as an offensive manager, but he was no longer the top guy you think he is.
Is Arteta top 5 manager in world football?
At this moment in time, I would say he's up there, yeah.
No, I asked, is he top 5? Not up there, is he top 5?
I can't think of 5 managers right now that are 100% better than him.
DJB, he can't name 5 managers better than better than Super Mick Arteta.
Oh, brother. Even Hooks, who's kind of, he's absolutely mortified with these statements he's come out with. Okay. What you got to ask yourself, right? If Arteta was in charge of the likes of Haleb and the Van Persies and that team and that era, I'm not even going back to Henry and everyone like that. What you got to remember, if you flipped it and put Arteta back in time and put him in charge of the Wenger teams, would he have achieved what Wenger had achieved? No, absolutely not. But if you put Wenger with the team we had last season and the season before when we finished 2 points behind Man City, there'd have been a trophy. I'll guarantee you he'd have won a trophy with a team that we had 2 seasons ago. Arteta's team, he'd win a trophy. If they was to swap, Wenger would be winning a trophy. Would Arteta win a trophy with a Wenger team? Probably not. You could put Arteta in charge of Liverpool last season. They're finishing 3rd or 4th. They're not even winning the league. Simple as that. This guy, honestly, this guy is just the kind of craziness that a lot of Arsenal fans are now buying into. It's just unbelievably stupid what he's coming out with. And as we've gone through the players that Wenger signed, look at the talent he brought to the club. Comparing that alone to the money that's been wasted under Mikel Arteta, look at the players he signed. Pablo Mari, Marquinhos. It just goes on. Marquinhos. Look at the players that he has signed at this football club that he's wasted. Fabio Vieira. You know, I'm not saying that there was some bad signings under Wenger, but he more than made up for it for the signings he made. More than made up for it. He can't be, honestly, what he's saying is just absolutely madness. No one can believe it. Even the Liverpool fan, the Forest fan there, big up to them all. It's just, yeah, North. And this is the problem now. This is the problem going into next season. This is what we've got to face. This is what we've got to face. This is what's got to happen. It's delusional. They know this manager should not be here next year. They know that he should not be leading this team out for another season. They know that. But they're just invested into him now. They like the PR. They like the glam. They like the glitz. They like the way he comes across press conferences. How is it? You tell me, right? How on earth can we be going in to a season, nearly £1 billion spent, with this manager for how long he's had, trusting the process, phases, wait till he gets his team, be patient? How are we not favourites to win the Premiership next season? How are we miles behind Liverpool when 2 seasons ago Liverpool were finishing way behind us and Roy Keane was going, Arsenal about 4 seasons ahead of them. And now suddenly Liverpool are over the hill and far, far away. You know, this is what I'm saying. This is what we've come down to. Wenger used to compete every single season. And is he mad? 5 managers. He's in the top 5. On what basis? On what basis? Salary? Hairstyle? Jumpers he wears? What basis is he in the top 5? What he looks like?
Top 5, you know. Top 5. When
How can you base? I base top 5 on success.
Facts.
You base top 5 on success, whether you like it or not. You have to base it on what you've brought to the table. You can't base it on anything else. You can't base it on performances. You can't base it on moments, one-off games. You have to on what you've won. And I'm scratching my head thinking to myself, okay, you want to put Arteta in the top 5. Cool. On what basis, on what evidence are you putting him in the top 5? Beating Man City 5-1 at the Emirates? Real Madrid in the quarter-final, beating them, knocking them out at the quarter-final? Finishing 2 points behind Man City and not winning anything? Bottling a league title the season before? Finishing runners-up 3... Oh, that was it. Finishing runners-up 3 seasons running. Perhaps that's why you're putting him in the top 5. How are you getting to that? How are you kind of looking at it and going, do you know what? Arteta is definitely in the top 5. If the guy's won premierships and he's got us to Champions League finals and he's won 2 more FA Cups, or he's done a double, or he's done even a domestic double, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League final, I'd have some sort of argument. But North, he's won nothing. He's delivered nothing apart from runners-up. Semi-final of a Champions League that we were absolutely poor over 2 legs. And I don't care what anyone says. We were poor. That game was over in 5 minutes. Soon as PSG scored, that was it. Tie over. Done. Finished. So how is he putting him in the top 5? How is he putting him in the top 5? He needs to give me a reason. How is he? What? I want 5 bullet points why he's in the top 5. 5 main reasons why he's in the top 5 above Arsene Wenger, because that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. By putting him in the top 5, he's above Arsene Wenger. That's what he's saying. And as I said to you before, you give Arteta, Arsene Wenger, give me any Arsene Wenger team and give it to Arteta, he wins nothing. Give me any Arteta team and give it to Arsene Wenger, and we win a trophy. We win trophies. And the football that we're watching is better as well. Because what I was watching last season, the evidence and what I've seen in the pre-season friendlies, North, I can't get excited. I can't get excited. I did have us down for a draw against Man United. They've got Cunha, Sesko, Mbeumo, front 3. We're conceding 3 goals against Villarreal, 2 against Newcastle in the pre-season friendlies. Yeah. Fernandes, yeah. Their midfield captain looks like he's on it. He's had a good pre-season. He looks like he's up for it this season. He looks like he's getting back to where he was when he went there. And they've got a front 3 when it gets done. Come on, man.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Crazy.
Like, big up to Ludog in the chat. Yeah, I think you'll have to accept him for what he is, an entertainer. Don't take it seriously. No need to be offended unless he's being personal with you. Ludog, with all due respect, and you know you're my dog. Yeah, I love Ludog, real one, family for life. Yeah, Ludog. People follow this bullshit though, Ludog. This is why I don't let it slide. Because I ain't been on this platform for that long. My channel, I've only been serious on my channel 2 years. What did AFTV start? 2013? People have been invested and infested by this bullshit, by this fan base. Not just AFTV, but channels like EGAL. EGAL as a person, I make sure you click this, No Context TV. I've met EGAL. As a person, EGAL is a nice person. He is not a horrible person. He's not a slimy kind of person. He is a nice person. But you are chatting shit about this club, bro. And the thing is, you're growing a following, influencing fans that haven't seen as much success as me, let alone DJB. And DJB's seen way more success than me. And you're letting them say, oh, do you know what? It's okay. It's okay. 2012, whatever. Yeah, I'm saying. And I've sat here. The reason I made my channel, because I've had enough. I've had enough of seeing these people that are disingenuous, lying, profiting off of spilling bullshit, And it's at the detriment of us that actually care about the club, that want to win. Some people, just to discredit us, oh, DJB, you're always going to complain. Oh, North, you're always going to complain. Even if we won the league. Okay, win it then. Then we'll see how we react. Win it then. Win it then. Because I wasn't moaning when we won it in 04. I wasn't moaning, bro. I wasn't moaning when we done the league double. I'm tired of it, bro. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. Let's get into the next clip and we're going to get DJB's thoughts because we got about a couple of clips. Let's get through the clips. Let's go.
This type of pressure is great for a team to try to have success, yes. But at the same time, for your own supporters to put this kind of pressure on you that is actually unhealthy at times. Because in the locker room, these guys want to win. The players want to win. Everyone wants to go put out their best. But when you have a stadium full of people going zip quiet after we concede to Aston Villa in the middle of a title race, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. The fans have to do their part too, and at times
what do you want them to do? Cheer.
There's a level where fans need to also back the team. And when we score goals and we're looking good and it's 2022, 2023, everyone's hyped. But the moment we're in a title race and it's crunch time, last 10 games of the season, you see Anfield, they're turning up. Arsenal, as soon as a team scores and they equalize, everyone's quiet. They need motivation. The fans need to motivate them. I'm not saying the players need motivations. The fans need motivation themselves sometimes. And as a fan base, we are never going to be united until these guys go and deliver.
Why don't the players motivate the fans?
I don't think a certain set of the fan base will ever change until these players go do it themselves. That's the problem.
Let me come in. Let me pick up two who've coming in said after.
I just want to pause it there. Let me tell you something, EGAL. The fans were united when we beat Real Madrid. The fans were united when we were going up against a season ago, when we went up against Bayern Munich, saying that this is the worst Bayern Munich team we've ever seen. The fans were saying, yo, do you know what? We have a chance. I fancy us against this team. This is the worst Bayern Munich team we've ever seen. The fans were united. The fans were united when we were 8 points clear. And we should have won the league. There have been moments under this manager where the fan base has been united, where the people that didn't believe, compared to the people that do believe, was about 90% to 10%. So the fan base was united. All the Arteta outs that you're trying to talk about, they don't all go to the games. I don't go to the game. I don't go to the games. We're not the majority of that stadium. So there's been moments where this manager has had the backing of the fan base, where things look like potentially they might be positive. But guess what? Us lot that are skeptical, us lot that don't believe in this manager, we've been validated again and again and again and again and again. Last season, you man told us Liverpool are going to take time to rebuild. They're going to take time because Slot, it's a new era. It's going to take time to rebuild. They only bought Chiesa. Most of this fan base were united last season. They were united, saying we're the only challengers for the league. We're the favorites for the league, shall I say. That's what a lot of fans were saying. So there have been moments under this manager where the fan base have been united. So don't put it on the fans. Put it on the manager. How many Liverpool fans believe that they would have won the league last season? Not a lot of them. Don Hussam's words. My analysis of Slot is Slot out. Phase 1. A lot of the Liverpool fans didn't believe that they would win the league last season. Some did. A lot of them didn't. Guess what? It didn't stop them winning. Liverpool fans a couple of seasons ago went into the final where they had, in a cup final where they had to play their youngsters. They still won, despite of injuries. Chelsea fans were doubtful about Conte before he changed to a back three. When they lost against Arsenal, guess what? He won. Spurs fans didn't believe that Ange were good enough for Spurs after, 21 losses in the league? He said, I always win something in my second league. Guess what? He won. There's numerous examples of fans that don't believe they're going to win and they won. Xavi Alonso went to Bayer Leverkusen that never won the league in their life. Got Grimaldo, the starting left back, on a free from Benfica. They won the league, invincibles. There's numerous examples of managers being at clubs where the fan base don't believe in the manager and they win. Man United fans, a lot of them turned on Ten Hag. He won 2 trophies in his time at Man United. 2. Certain fans were turning, Man United fans were turning on Mourinho. He won a Europa League. Since when does fans not believing in a manager mean that you're not going to win? Thomas Tuchel took over a club, took over a team that flipping, what's his name? Frank Lampard said this team needs time. They're young. They're not going to win. Tuchel goes into Chelsea, wins the Champions League. Roberto Di Matteo, mate. What did he win? Major honor. Did anyone believe in him? No. Diddly ding, diddly dong. Diddly ding, diddly dong.
Leicester.
At Leicester. Nobody believed. Nobody believed. Oh yeah, diddly ding, diddly dong. He won the league. Don't give me this shit about Arsenal fans don't believe, so we're never going to be able to win a major honor unless the fan base are united. These are all managers that won things when the fan base weren't completely united at their current clubs. So what are you talking about? DJB, I'll let you take it away.
This is another example of another excuse. They're running out of excuses. So I know what. Let's go for the fans now. Let's blame a very, very small minority of fans because they're not backing the manager and because the atmosphere's wrong and this, that, and the other. We ain't going to win anything. Rise above it. It's true what you said, North. There are many, many, many fan bases that haven't believed in their manager, but the team has performed and the manager has set the tactics to get the team across the line. Do not blame that fan base. This fan base has been patient. It's trusted progress. It's gone through phases. It's had my season ticket has gone up tenfold, season in, season out. 120, 130 pound to buy a shirt from the Armoury that's packed to the rafters every single game. Millions of pounds going across the counter. Fan bases from all around the world going to watch this team week in, week out. We've been there. The problem is that the real fans, and the facts are, is we know what's coming. So when we do go 1-0 down and when we are playing badly, we know what's coming. We've sussed the manager out. We know he's not going to change tactics. We know his in-game management is not good enough. We know he makes the substitutions at the wrong time. We know his recruitment has been awful. And all of these things, when you're watching that game live and you're in that stadium, you're thinking, here we go again. Same old, same old, same old. I've done it. I don't want to back this manager as much now. Let him prove to me that he can do the job again. I'm going into another season again with a manager that I know is going to get a lot of things wrong at crucial times and at crucial moments. And we should all be gassed up about the signings he's made. What signings? Tell me where this team has improved with the signings and the money's been spent this summer. Zubimendi, is he a massive upgrade on Partey? Massive upgrade on Partey? Nope. Norgard, don't even talk to me about Norgard. Should not even be anywhere near Arsenal Football Club. And then you're looking at Madueke. Where have we improved? How have we not improved after all these years under this football manager? And you're telling me the fan base has got to get excited? You're telling me that the fan base has got to back and get excited and it's the fans' fault? No, we haven't spent £1 billion. We're not the ones setting the tactics. We're not the ones that are running out of it. We can see it. We're shouting, do this, do that. Put Martinelli down the middle. Stick Trossard on the left. Bring on Wanyeri. Take your captain off that's dropping. We're shouting from the stands. Why is Odegaard still on? 75 minutes. Why is he still on? 80th minutes. Why is he still on? 85th minute. Why is Odegaard still playing? Why is Wanyeri still on the bench? Do something. That's not the fans' fault. That's not the fans' fault that he's not making the right choices and not doing the right thing. His in-game management is appalling. That's nothing to do with the fans. The fans are witnessing this. We can't make the substitutions. We can shout and say, "Come on, what's happening? Why aren't you changing it up? Why is Havertz starting? Why is this guy on the left? All of this madness. Oh, but it's the fans. It's the fans. The fans are not getting behind the team. The toxic fans, because that's who he's referring to. He's referring to the likes of all of us. That's what he's referring to. Well, I still go. Every game I'll go. And I will shout and I will get behind the team and I will cheer the team on because I'm an Arsenal fan. But what I won't do is gloss it all over and paint a rosy picture when this manager is getting it wrong week in, week out, week in, week out. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, that's all right. He's fine. It's all good. Trust the process. Look what he's done. I'm just glad to be here. I'm just glad to be an Arsenal fan. No, I want to win something. I don't pay my money. I don't pay my money to sit there and just, oh, here we go. Yeah, another season. Oh, well, never mind. No. He's had his chances. I don't want him at the club. I didn't want him at the start of this season. I didn't want him last season. But I will support the team. I will get behind the team. And I will criticise it when things are not going right. Because I'm sorry. It's just, as I said, it's just another avenue of excuses. Because they're running out of excuses now. Because we've got our striker. He's had everything he needs. He's got his Madueke. He's got his number 9. He's brought players in. So everything's now in place. And now the excuse is the fans. This is what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's madness.
I hear it,
Absolutely.
man. I hear it, DJB, man. I hear
Big
it,
up,
bro.
Shane.
Big up, Shane, man. Before we let Shane have his say, let's end this clip and then Shane, you go. You give us your thoughts.
£1 billion being spent. He better come home with the bacon. No challenging.
You don't believe he's gonna win, so why do you care?
And another trophy for late payment. Well, that's what he's saying is his expectation now. Go win the league because you've spent that much.
No, but at the same time, he doesn't believe we're gonna win it. So it's like you're basically faking it.
No,
you're like
saying,
No, but you don't have to believe that you.
No, he doesn't believe it, but he's saying that's the target, right? I'm the same.
You don't have to
I'm exactly the same as Matty. I say you've spent this much money, you've had this many years, you better go deliver now. Otherwise, go. I mean, I think that's what you believe about the money.
Mine's not about the money. I support Arsenal. How the hell have I not won a Premier in like 21 years? To me, that's mad. That's madness to me. And obviously, Arteta's not to blame for all of it. But you're my current manager, and you haven't won it in 6. So, do you get me? At some point, you got
anything in 5.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know.
Do you mean at some point you just got? At some point, yeah, it's like cool. All of the fancy stuff. I think he's a good coach. I actually think he's a good coach. But at some point, you got to be like, all right, come on now, man. Like, can we just
new voice
now? I mean,
Shane, take it away, bro. Take it away. They didn't believe. Man like Matty didn't believe. So it's fake of him. It's fake of him to have those expectations, bro. What are you saying, man?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. All of us fans are dismissed. And first off, thanks for having me on, and big up to DJB in the chat. I did cover a bit of this morning, but I got too wound up, so I stopped. And I know I'm a bit behind you, as in you were talking earlier about it, but I just want to say, you know, the disrespect from this guy has gone too far now for me. You know, it's all, I know people say he's doing it for clicks, he's doing it for entertainment value and all of that stuff, but you know, this club means a lot to a lot of us, and the history of this club means a lot to a lot of us. And I grew up with George Graham, and then when I started hitting with teens, Arsene Wenger, and it was I don't sound too sad, it was a fucking magical time to support Arsenal, right? It was a magical time to support Arsenal. Now, when DJB knows me where I stand on Wenger, I will defend that guy till the last. Right? I will defend that guy till the last. I was one of the ones that just couldn't bring myself to want him out. But if he wants to talk about that iteration of Arsene Wenger, right? So if you use the last 5 years, you just have to say 3 FA Cups and the argument's over, right? But if he even wants to go to Arsene Wenger's so-called worst period, that would have been about from 2009 to about 2014, when we were losing players every single summer, right? 2009 in the summer, he lost Hleb, Gilberto Silva, and Flamini. Literally, the heart of the team was ripped out from underneath his feet. That summer, we finished fourth. The next season, we finished fourth, right? We had the likes of Silvestre at centre-back, washed up. We had, he managed to get 3 million for Justin Hoyt that year, a scrub who never went on to do anything, right? He was getting literally the heart of his team. Imagine all 3 of our midfielders going. How would this manager handle that? He finished fourth. The next season, the next summer, he lost, among others, Adebayor and Kolo Touré to Man City, right? He lost Adebayor and Kolo. We finished 2 places ahead of them. We finished 2 places ahead of the team that were taking our best players. The disrespect that this guy puts on, if he goes by league metric all the time, oh, well, we're back in the Champions League. Do you want to go back to when this? Do you want to go back to that? In Arsene Wenger's worst period, when he didn't win anything, all 5 years he got Champions League football. All 5 of them. And he got to a semi-final of the Champions League in that time as well, I might add. The thing that they keep gassing up all the time that this manager did. The lack of disrespect, or the lack of respect, is absolutely astounding. And if you are doing it for likes and you're doing it for attention or whatever it is, I've had enough of it now. I've had enough of it with this guy, right? And I really have, because he can say what he wants about Arteta and he can make up excuses and he can lie and he can do stupid fucking videos where he says, oh, yeah, you know, we're going to get Rodrigo on loan. Look, go work for the Sun newspaper, mate, if you're peddling lies like that, right? That's fine. Do that. If that's what you want to do, if that's what your channel does, fine. Don't you dare even fucking that. The name Arsene Wenger shouldn't come out of his lips, in my eyes. He shouldn't be allowed to say that name because he has no respect for the club. He has no respect for the history. He has no respect for everything that came before him. Everything that came before him. He has no respect for it. To even compare Arsene Wenger, I don't care what iteration you want to put of Arsene Wenger. Every single one of them was better than this manager. Every single one of them. I was listening to you earlier. You were naming players that this guy was getting Champions League with. Sonogo and fucking absolute scrubs, man. That he was getting Champions League football with. Shamak. That's all I have to say. He turned Alex Song into a world beater, man. According to EGAL on that stream. Oh, well, one of the things Arteta did, he improved Thomas Partey. He turned him into a defensive midfielder. He was always a defensive midfielder, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Oh, he made Saliba better. Saliba's best season was at Marseille. A player that this manager didn't even want, by the way. He gave Ben White his number. Didn't even want him. Why? Because he didn't sign him. Right? So when I've had it, man, because Arsene Wenger, there's a statue of the guy outside the fucking stadium. How dare you say that about him? There is a statue of him outside. And then you have that other gimp on AFTV saying, oh, yeah, well, you see that statue of Tony Adams, Gabriel's, and you're even pointing at the statue and then disrespecting it. I swear to God, man, to come out here and say that about Arsene Wenger, it's an absolute disgrace. It really is. And I don't care what he's done it for. I don't care if he's going to try and backtrack and say all the things he can. Those 5 years between 2009 and 2014, we were losing not just our best player each summer, 2 or 3 of them at a go a lot of the time, and to our rivals. And then he still went and finished ahead of them. He still said, hold that to Man City. Yeah, you took my two of my best players. I'll still finish ahead of you. After signing free transfers and getting in young players and turning Flamini. Flamini was fucking unbelievable the season before that, before he left. He was unbelievable. We got him for next to nothing. Gael Clichy, next to nothing. And you were just seamlessly replaced Ashley Cole. Seamlessly replaced him. And this man, Wenger did it over and over and over again. Van Persie for next to nothing. Adebayor for next to nothing. Sold them on for a big profit. Right when they were hitting their peak. And you name me any of them that went on to do better than they did under this manager. None of them did. None of them did better than when they were under this manager. Most of them fell off a cliff. Most of them fell off a cliff. Fabregas did well at Barcelona. Okay, fair enough. He won shit. But he wasn't the starting midfielder. They had to put him in the false nine just to squeeze him in. Adebayor was never the same again. Van Persie had that year at United. That's it. He never hit the 30 goals again like he did with us. Every one of these players that left was never the same again because they weren't playing under this manager. And the vast majority of them would say it was the biggest mistake they ever made. Hleb said it was the biggest mistake he ever made. Anelka said it was the biggest mistake he ever made was getting out from under his manager. And Nord, you said it earlier. What fucking player wants to come to us now? What player is going to come here because of this manager? And I don't want to hear Christian's side of it of, oh, yeah, well, Zubamendi wanted to come here to be part of the project and Gyökeres wanted to come. No one else came in for them, mate. Arsene Wenger was able to convince the likes of Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil to come to us when we were in a really bad period. World-class players that could have gone anywhere. So you take his worst time as our manager and it pisses all over everything that this manager's done. And not just on sentiment. If they want to use league metric, well then, okay, the 5 years when we didn't win anything, we got top four every single year. Every single year we got it. With no budget. And then the last 5 years when things were falling apart, we got 3 FA Cups in 5 years. What would we do now, Dev? If we had 3 FA Cups in the last 5 years, none of us, let's keep going. He's winning things. So the lack of disrespect, man, there's a limit to it for me. And there's people in the chat earlier saying, look, just let him be. You know, he's just doing it for clicks and stuff like that. That's fine. I'm fine with all that. Normally when I take him apart on my show, it's just for a laugh, right? But this is too far. Now you really are. You're pissing all over real Arsenal fans' memories and real Arsenal fans' memories of one of the greatest managers. I'd still put George Graham slightly ahead of him. So, but he has a fucking statue. So I know I came in firing, but it's too much. It's just too much.
Everything you said was correct. It's the second time they disrespected Thierry Henry, and now they're disrespecting Wenger. Mm-hmm. You were absolutely right. That idiot, looking like Mr. Penguin from the old flipping Batman film. That dickhead, talking about Gabriel's our next Tony Adams. Okay, win the same amount of trophies then.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Man.
Win the same amount of trophies, then we can have that conversation. Then we actually have a proper conversation to talk about. There's a reason why we're called Mr. Arsenal, bro. You're not called Mr. Arsenal for a reason, bro. Just because you're better than what we have right now doesn't mean that you were better of the past. Are these guys crazy, bro? Are these guys crazy? We sit here and we see, bro, Emmanuel Petit calling out this club. How many times have I seen Emmanuel Petit calling out this club? We don't care about Emmanuel Petit. Okay, win more than Emmanuel Petit for this club then. Then you can chat to me. Then you can tell me something. Then I can say, okay, well, do you know what? You won more than Emmanuel Petit. Emmanuel Petit, maybe you were wrong. Maybe we're wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the trophies are on the table. This missing Emmanuel Petit. This missing Thierry Henry. This missing Wenger. Who the fuck do you guys think you are, bro? Any Arsenal fan dismissing the legends of this club, fuck you. I don't give a shit. I ain't going to put it in a nice way. Fuck you. Because how dare you, man, Every time you go up against these rivals, about what we've won and what we've done, you mention trophies off the back of these legends. But then you want to dismiss them because now you like Mikel Arteta. If you like him so much, slide into his Tinder, swipe right, and maybe you can match with him. And maybe you can go to the Isle of Fernandos with Arteta, and you can have some quality time on the Isle of Fernandos with Arteta. But the way I see football, I don't care. I don't give a shit how ugly you are. I care about trophies. I care about your legacy at my club. And when you've done something for this club, I will defend you. I don't have to defend Aaron Ramsey. He's nowhere near the best I've seen for this club. But he's done more than Odegaard. He's done more than Lokonga, Fabi Vieira. He's won more than a lot of these bums. What are you talking about? He's been more instrumental for us winning trophies than a lot of these guys that you want to put on a pedestal. How fucking dare you, bruv? Then you want to call us fake. Because we hold up the standard of this fucking club. You wouldn't be singing "Is Yours Fucking Gold" if it wasn't for the majority of these players that you fucking disrespect. How dare you, bro? How dare you? You man are some disrespectful pricks, bro. How dare you disrespect these guys? You can talk all this shit that you want about. I like Wenger, I like this, I like Arteta and all this. How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
In what planet do you see other rivals disrespecting R9, disrespecting Rivaldo, disrespecting man like Beckham, disrespecting Cantona, disrespecting Andy Cole, disrespecting Lampard, disrespecting Zola, disrespecting disrespecting man like Gerrard, legends of their clubs, you know. You'll never see Liverpool fans shitting on Gerrard in favor of players that actually won more for Liverpool. They won more. And they still don't disrespect Gerrard. Or disrespecting Alonso. But over here, we disrespect the legends. In favor of, let's put El Nene on the mural. Let's put Arteta on the mural. Let's talk about, oh, we got Odegaard. Let's put him in. For what? For what? Are you man stupid? Let me run the next clip and let's get DJB involved. I can't believe, that you are disrespecting your own legends. We went to the Emirates, Wenger was a massive part of us being at the Emirates. So when you call the Emirates our second fucking home, Wenger was a big part of that. You can't take that away from him. He was a big part of us moving to the fucking Emirates.
We don't get the bank loan. He had to sign to say he'd stay another 5 years, or we wouldn't have got the bank loan. He had to sign a contract to say
this
he would stay
you're my guy.
another 5 years.
What I was going to say. Say
And
that
he
again.
was
No,
told,
say that again.
the bank wouldn't give the loan unless he wanted to go with David Dean. He said, I want to go with you, David. They mistreated you. They said, Dean convinced him, no, for Arsenal, you have to stay. The bank would not give the loan. And then he was told, if you don't get Champions League 3 out of these 5 years, we could go under. Imagine that fucking pressure that he never said in a press conference. He didn't use it for fuel, for sympathy. Imagine that pressure of knowing that you could ruin the club that you love. And did he get it all 3 years? No, he got it all 5. Got it all 5.
And also, Shane, in that time, correct. And you're bang on, and that's exactly what I was going to say. On top of what you just said, that's facts, Who was he linked to? What club was he linked to get the job?
He turned out, only manager to turn down Madrid twice. Only manager to ever do it. Only manager to ever turn it down. The only manager they've ever asked twice, by the way. They have a rule. They won't ask you again. They asked him twice. He turned down England. He turned down Manchester United.
PSG.
Real Madrid, twice turned him down.
PSG.
He was
United,
the catalyst
England.
behind the Emirates. He was Mr. Emirates, and you have.
He's prouder of his second half, DJB. In his book, he said he's prouder of his second half.
Exactly, but the whole Shane. Listen, it's not just about what they're coming out with that sickens me. It's the tarnishing of the history of this football club. That's what sickens me. The absolute foundations of why a lot of fans support this team. And a lot of fan base support this team since the Wenger era. I mean,
we're global because of them, DJ. We're global.
I've supported it before then. But what I'm saying is now, most of the fans that I see that have got channels, YouTube channels and everything else, started supporting Arsenal during the Wenger era because of Arsene Wenger, because of the likes of the players he brought to the club, Thierry Henry.
Me, I support
because of watching the Burke, because of watching Vieira. All of these channels now that you see and fans that you see is because of Arsene Wenger. Even EGAL probably started supporting Arsenal because of what he witnessed under Arsene Wenger. And he has now the audacity to disrespect and disrespect. And I wasn't disrespect. You are. By the fact that you're the fact that you're comparing Arteta that has won nothing, done nothing, wasted a considerable amount of money through mismanagement. Oh, they weren't his signings. They were his signings, along with Edu, the clown. Thank God he went out. Along with him, you mismanaged the money and bought in players that weren't good enough. Players that we can now not get rid of. We cannot even we can't get rid of them. Wenger was getting rid of players left, right, and centre and making profits on them. This guy has got players on astronomical wages that we cannot shift. We can't get them out the club. And it's all going to sink. It's all going to come to a head. You watch now, the next 2 or 3, the next manager that takes over this mess is going to we're going to have to go back 2 or 3 seasons.
Yep.
Because we are going to have a squad that is massively overpaid, that we cannot shift, that have fallen off the end of a cliff.
The injuries
no
as well,
performances. We're going to lose. We're going to lose the likes of Saka if we don't win a trophy. Saliba will go. Rice will go. All of these players are going to go out of the club if we don't start winning trophies. And the next manager that comes in are going to have bits and pieces. You think Max Dowman and people like these are going to hang around at Arsenal Football Club when they're winning nothing and Real Madrid come knocking and Barcelona come knocking, Man City, Liverpool? Honestly, it's madness. It's just madness the way. I'm with you. It's beyond now. I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know why he's saying it. I don't know what
stay relevant
to say it. I really don't. But it's beyond now. It's beyond the joke.
Maybe it's Twitter talk, DJ.
Crazy.
Maybe it's Twitter talk. But I tell you what, yeah. Anyone online can talk anything about me. You can say anything you want. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit, innit? But you know when you cross the line, when you start mentioning my loved ones, that's when I start getting. That's when I start crossing the line. Because I talk about you. I don't talk about your mum. I don't talk about your girl. I don't talk. And when it comes to this club, yeah, you can have your opinion on the manager. When you start disrespecting the history, it's like you're talking about my mum. It's like you're talking about my sister, talking about my cousins, talking about my auntie, talking about my granddad and my grandma. You're going too far now. EGAL, you fucked up. I can't lie to you. You fucked up. And you got my WhatsApp, yeah? You want to talk about it, we can talk about it. And I'll tell you straight on WhatsApp the same thing I do online. You fucked up talking about this. You fucked up. You didn't need to talk about that. You could back the manager, back whatever, do whatever the hell you want. You man talk about me going too far, talking about certain things. You fucked up. And we're going to get into this clip. I'm going to shut up. Shane and DJB are going to have their say. Because I'm to the point where I just need to smoke a little bit and chill.
If you guys believe Arteta's the problem, Arteta's the problem, come the beginning of the season till January, if we see the same tactical issues that we had last season with new signings, then we can sit here and say he's not learned anything. There's clearly an Arteta issue.
Gal, what are your expectations for
if
this
that's
season?
the question you want me to
Let me just pause it there. What do you guys think of EGAL saying? When we get to January, if we still have the same issues tactically, it's on the manager. I'm going to save that clip. What do you guys think about that bit?
Well, what's the difference between January and the last 5 years? We've had the same problem for 5 years. Why is he getting another 6 months? Why is he getting another? Why did they just keep adding on to it? And do you know what I mean? They say, do you know what he said? I don't know if it's on this one, right? But he was on, I think it might have been today on something else, actually. Right? And he said something along the lines of course we're not going to change our tactics in pre-season where Manchester United can see them, right? So we're going to surprise them. It was a long paraphrasing, but it was along those lines. But then after Man United, then everybody's seen the new tactics. So we literally just not use pre-season just to catch Man United out, just them alone, because after that everybody's seen it. He can't admit that this manager hasn't a clue how to change the tactics. He doesn't have the players to change the tactics. That midfield is just the same. He is replaced. Look at Man United signings, right? Sesko, I don't rate him, but he's better than what they have up front, right? Cunha's better than what they had in that position. And Mbuemo's better than what they had in that position. So every signing they're making is improving their team. Gyökeres improves us. That's it. That's the only one that improves us. And we were shit last year. So how do we expect to get better if we're not improving? And you could put anyone up front, right? You could put anyone up front. If he's getting 14 touches in 65 minutes like he did against Villarreal, like Gyökeres did, there's no point. He's about as useful as a cock-flavoured lollipop. There was no point having him up front if he's not getting service. So we could have anyone up front and it wouldn't matter. So we haven't improved anywhere else except for up front. No. So what's the point? He can't change the tactics. He doesn't know how. If he knew how to change tactics, he would have signed a striker before this. He didn't want one because he knew he'd be found out. So if we're not using pre-season, what's the difference between 6 months from now? And 6 months from now, he'll say, well, the players have needed time to settle. Give until the end of the season. And then at the end of the season, he'll say, oh, well, he should have got him Sesko. That's his striker. Or he should have got him Eze. Or he should have got him Rodrigo. They will do whatever it takes to defend this manager. And that's why when you're on a panel with them, you can say something about Arsenal and they won't get offended. If you word it about the manager, that's when they flip out. If you say the same thing, but say Arteta instead of Arsenal, that's when they flip out. They don't support Arsenal. They don't support Arsenal. They support the manager. And that's a big, big problem to me. A massive problem to me.
I hear it. Big up to Saeed in the chat before we go to DJ. Big up to Saeed, man. Real one. You know what I'm saying? Big up Saeed. You know what I mean? Before that game, we need to get you on the channel. Rants as well. I never got Rants on the channel, so I'm going to try and ask Rants as well. You know what I'm saying? And big up Saeed, bro. We're going to smoke you, man. Looking forward to it. Look at the way Man United are talking to us, bro. Look at the way they are talking to us.
We're not going to beat them.
Look at their forward line. Look at their forward line now. I mean, Shane hit it there, right? And I've been saying this. I've been saying this from day one. When I've been on Potsy's, when I've been on my own channel, when I've been on and everything, and Shane will tell you. I said Gyökeres will be an average player at Arsenal Football Club. This guy that everyone was getting gassed about and everyone's getting excited about, I've not been excited, North. Not because Gyökeres, not because he's not a good player. It's because as soon as he drops into Arsenal Football Club, he's going to look very, very average. Because the tactics that this manager sets, Gyökeres is just going to be running the channels, looking for this, looking for that. He's going to watch the ball go over his head. Mm-hmm. He's going to be running the channels. He's not going to be getting it to feet. No one's going to be picking the pass out quick enough. He's going to have to drop on the halfway line to pick the ball up. He's going to have to go out on the left. He's going to have to drift out on the right. He's going to have to drop deep. He's going to have to do all this madness to try and make things happen. He's going to be in all the places that we don't want him to be, trying to make things happen. And the difference is with Man United, when you've got Mbeumo on the other side and you've got man like Cunha, Sesko will probably score more goals than Gyökeres. Watch if he slaps one in against us. What were the fan base going to say then?
Berta should have got him his player.
Oh yeah, but he wanted his. This is why Arteta wanted Sesko. No, the reason why he wanted Sesko was because he didn't have to change his tactics. There was no pressure on him to change his tactics. If you got Sesko, everything would still be the same. Everything would be normal. Tactics would be the same. He can play Havertz. He can put Sesko on the left. He can do all sorts of madness. Didn't have to change the way he plays. Whereas now, Gyökeres is a problem. He's got to change things. Fans are going to start saying, you've got to get more creative. You've got to start doing this. You've got to start doing that. And he's thinking, oh, hang on a minute. How can I do that? I haven't done it for like 3, 4 years, 5 years. Suddenly I've got to change things up. How am I going to do that?
It's crazy.
You know, it's just mad. It's just mad. Wanyeri signs a contract today. Big up Wanyeri. Glad he's at the football club. Realistically, is he going to trust him? Is he going to start him? Is he going to give him game time? Is he going to start him every week? No, he'll still play Odegaard. He'll still drop in stinker after stinker after stinker. Then he'll try and get Havertz in the team ahead of Wanyeri. Max Dowman's even probably ahead of Wanyeri. Mm-hmm. We'll see. This is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I'm just really all frustrated by it. I'm just frustrated by it, and it's just, I want to be excited. I want to be upbeat, and I really, really thought I'd be upbeat, but It's hard, man. It's hard, and then you get in disrespect from our history, and it's a tough one. It's really tough at the moment. Really tough.
I hear it, DJB. I hear it, bro. But don't worry, we've got Mystic Meg, man like EGAL. Yeah, just believe. He's got all the star signs. The cards are aligning. The stars are aligning. Let's continue to hear from Mystic EGAL.
Answer, that's the answer for you. If we see the same problem going into the new season until January and he's not able to solve it, and we have new players, we have new signings, and we have the same old problems, then clearly there's an issue. And
But EGAL, what are your expectations?
The same problem going into the new season until January and he's not able to solve it, and we have new players, we have new signings, and we have the same old problems, then clearly there's an issue. And
But EGAL, what are your expectations for this season? I'm assuming he's in phase 7 or whatever.
Champions League, simple.
Sorry, say again.
League or Champions League? Is that what you
League
said?
or Champions League? Go and compete to win the major honors.
Compete to win or win?
This is a got you moment. You're not having a serious conversation.
Bro,
My ambition is to try to win one of those.
I genuinely want to know. I don't care about the glitches.
To try to win one of those two. Simple.
If he doesn't win, is that okay?
No.
Again, I'm telling you right now, as a Liverpool fan, my expectation is to win the league. With what we've done in the window, with how
of course, you won it last year. What do you expect?
Hear me out. It's my expectation to win the league. I'm not saying that things can't happen in the season where you might have to change expectation, but right now my expectation is to win the league. Why is it not Arsenal's expectation to win the league?
It is.
Because what you just said. Liverpool are great, and their expectations is also to win the league. Arsenal, my expectations is to win the league. Some people might have different expectations.
If there's expectations, favourites.
About what EGAL wants.
Liverpool are clearly favourites, but that has nothing to do with Arsenal.
But do you think not who everyone thinks is favourite? Do you think Liverpool are favourites in the title?
Liverpool are clearly favourites because they won the league last year. They strengthened their team. But Arsenal only played Liverpool twice. It's still within our hands to go and win the league.
I think Liverpool are underdogs next year, and here's my
honest truth is preseason's not a problem. Arteta's not a problem. We're overdoing it like we always do as Arsenal fans. And I'm sorry, Dan. Yes, there might be performance issues, but you watch the game on the weekend when the starters are playing, you're not going to see the same level.
Yeah, but EGAL, if you roll this in, the problem you've got is if you roll this into the Man U game, and let's just say you lose the Man U game. I hope you don't, because I can't stand those pricks, right? But if you lose that Man U game, you know very well that the Arsenal fan base will flip on that one game because of the build-up into that game.
You know something? I don't expect anything less from an unstable fan base. I don't expect anything less from an unstable fan base who call my manager of the club that they support a terrorist. What do you expect from unstable people like that?
Even fans that are on the fence,
who get more joy from their team losing because they're proven right than actually seeing their team do well. And
I don't believe that narrative.
It's a problematic fan base.
I don't believe it. There's definitely people out there like that. You can't ignore it. They have it in every fan base.
They call me Arteta sexual. I call them unstable because they're consistently going to a level where they want the team to do so bad.
Okay, but forget both extremes. EGAL, forget both.
Let's just pause it there. Man said his expectation for this season is to win the league. EGAL, you said that last season. What's the consequence if he doesn't win it? Also, you call us unstable. We're not the side of the fan base
because he's an idiot.
We're not the side of the fan base that changed our tune. You guys are the ones that said last season we're going to win a major honor. He has to win a major honor. Oh, we didn't win it. Okay, you don't hold him accountable. You lot are the side of the fan base that said that Zinchenko was pivotal to the way that we play football. Oh yeah, now you want Skelly to start. You man were the ones that said that Calafiori is going to unlock Martinelli. All of a sudden, you want him to hold bench over Skelly. You man were the ones that said that there's nobody better in world football than Odegaard. Now you want Eze. You man were the one that said that Havertz brings more to the game than just goal scoring. You've been calling for a goal scorer for the last year, and now you got Gyökeres. You man were the ones that are saying that Martinelli is a top player. You now want to go in. You wanted the club to go in for Bremo. You want him to go in for Lookman, and you want him to go in for Eze, saying that it's the last piece of the puzzle. You man are the ones that told us that Lokonga, Fabi Vieira are just part of the pieces. But then all of a sudden now you're not calling for these lot to be sold. You men are the ones that said that the bench ain't good enough. But then when we use our new bench in pre-season, you said, yeah, but we're not going to rely on them. The same thing you said about the previous bench, and we didn't win any major honors. You men were the ones that were saying that we beat Real Madrid. What are the toxic side of the fan base talking about now? We don't care about PSG. We'll roll them over. We go up against PSG. Oh, yeah, but it's PSG. They're the champions of Europe. But you're chatting bare smack about PSG when we beat Real Madrid, saying that we'll easily roll them over. You man are the side of the fan base that said that Sterling was good business. But now, all of a sudden, you don't want the club to make that signing permanent. You man were the ones that were saying, we need to see a different style of play in pre-season. But when we called it out during the season, you're negative. Can't you see what Arteta's doing? If you can't see what Arteta's doing, F off down the lane. You man were the same ones that are moaning about Madueke. But when we moaned about Fabi Vieira, Lakonga, Trusty, Ranison, Carl Hein, Kivior, you man told us we're negative and we should just get behind the players. You man were the same man that said that Kivior's a top player because he was linked to Juventus. But now you want Kivior sold. You man were the same one saying that Martinelli and Trossard ain't good enough. But now you're doing compilations of the training ground of Madueke. But then against Villarreal, he couldn't even score a penalty. You are the same man that told us, don't worry about the youngsters. We've got players that are the last ingredients for this manager. We are keeping good relations with Brazil. We sold Marquinhos for the same amount of money that we sold him for, put him out on loan to Norwich, and we've not seen anything, and we sold him back to Brazil. But we're keeping good relations. Make this shit make sense, bro. Make your lot's shit make sense. Because when you talk about, these man, they're talking like this and that about the club. You lot make statements, and then you try to backtrack the statements. You man told us it's a youth project. But you were happy to get rid of Nketiah. What happened to Nketiah in the room? You man told us that Emil Smith-Rowe is part of the youth project. He's going to become world-class alongside the whole team. Alongside Patino. Patino's no longer here. He's at Deportivo in the second league, the second division of La Liga. Emil Smith-Rowe is at Fulham. Reece Nelson that you wanted on 100k is now at Fulham. He's about to go to Fulham. And they don't even want to cover his wages. So which side of the fan base, please remind me, which side of the fan base stick to their guns and which side of the fan base each season change the goalpost, move their little agendas with the players, tell us that we're supposed to back certain players, now they want to sell, telling us that certain players are pivotal. You lot told us Zinchenko's pivotal to the way that we play football. You want him gone now. You don't want him here no more. You want him gone. You want to sell him. I thought Zinchenko was pivotal to the way we play football. So next time you talk about this side of the fan base, best believe 6 years we stuck to our guns. We never change our tune. We never change our opinion about this manager, about the players that we don't like, about the system, about a plan B. Now you lot want to be talking about plan B. Well, guess what? Our plan B squad, our B squad, lost to the B squad of Villarreal. Have they spent almost £1 billion? Now that I've finished, any of you lot want to say anything? Go ahead.
Also, this is he said about winning the league. Of course Liverpool are favourites. Look at the signings they made; they're great. Then they won the league last year. This is the same man that was disrespecting Liverpool, saying, they're overrated and Saka's better than this one, and we wouldn't have that player, I wouldn't have Gravenberch, I wouldn't have McAllister ahead of Rice, blah, 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 blah. Suddenly, Liverpool are great. Suddenly now, Liverpool have made better signings. Why is that then? Why have they made better signings? Why didn't we go for Wirtz? Why? Why didn't we go for Nteke and all of these men? Why aren't we competing with Liverpool? Oh, we're going to win the league. So what? FA Cup doesn't matter now? Because we've won nothing. FA Cup's going to be binned. Carabao Cup's going to be binned. It's all just about the league now, is it? Just win me the league and compete in the Champions League. Notice he's not saying winning the Champions League. Because really, for how long this football manager's been in charge and for how much has been spent, if he's backing the manager and he's a proper fan and he gets behind the team, he should be confident enough to say, yeah, we can win the Champions League. We're going to win the Champions League. We're going to win the Premiership.
Facts.
Yeah. If he's a proper fan, if he wants to get behind the team that he's been banging on about.
Yep.
Now he's saying, oh, compete. Changed his tune. Oh, we're going to compete for the Champions League. Oh, win the Premiership and compete. Well, if you're that confident, why aren't you saying we're going to win the Champions League? Why aren't we going to win the Premiership? Why are we not better than Liverpool all of a sudden? When last season, Liverpool were lucky and fortunate and everything else that he was coming out with. Now, favourites. A great team. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying, and it's true. They just keep going back, moving the goalposts, you know, and it's just it's
you know
crazy.
What it is though, DJ? He says compete for the league. I expect us to compete for the league, compete for the Champions League. That way, if we finish third or fourth or second, they go, well, we did compete. Or we get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, we did compete. Right? This thing that he has us competing again. If you enter a competition and go out in the first round, you still competed in it. Technically, you competed in it. But North made a great point there that we know they move the goalposts, right? All the time they move the goalposts, where we stick to what we say all the time. During the summer. Get us Gyökeres. That's all we said. Everybody here, everybody in the chat that's a real fan said, get us Gyökeres. They were pendulum between Gyökeres and Sesko. Whatever the news said, we were closer to. That's who they said we should get. Whoever they thought Arteta wanted, that's who we should get. And I just wanted to North hold us up because EGAL put that up one day. He said, if Arsenal sign Victor Gyökeres, I genuinely think we'll win the Premier League next season, right? About an hour later, it was reported, I think by Fabrizio or one of them, that we were suddenly very close to getting him. It looked like we were going to get him. And if North, if you pull up the second one, if you can.
Yep. 1 minute.
A few hours later, he switched it to, this is the same day, right? This is the same day. If Arsenal sign Zubamendi, Rodrigo, and Victor Gyökeres, I genuinely think we win the Premier League. So he just threw Rodrigo in there just so there would be a get-out clause. So if we don't win the league, well, we didn't get Rodrigo. We got the others, but we still that missing piece. Still that missing piece. Always a missing piece. That's why I've said the Arsenal club shop should bring out jigsaws with all the pictures of the players on it, but every one of them has a piece missing. Every one of them has a piece missing. So
you should have that jigsaw puzzle where you get to the end and there's a piece missing.
Yeah, there's always one piece. Every box has one piece missing, just so you can never finish it. But this is what they do. They constantly move it, and it's I refer to them child-proofing. That everything's padded for this manager, so when he falls, he doesn't hurt himself. They can pick him back up and say, "Right, go again." It's always the same, and they know what they're doing, right? Because when they're scrambling around for excuses, there must be a part of them going, God, how am I going to defend this one? Oh, Madueke, how am I going to defend this? They couldn't defend that one. So all of them, Pincus and all these came out with the abuse that someone sent Madueke a message. Whoever did that was a scumbag, by the way, right? Whoever did that was, I'm not advocating that at all. You know, it's never get personal with a player. But they switch that narrative to, they don't say it directly to you, but they say, if you don't back this guy, then you are as bad as the person who sent this abuse. You have to back him now. So they used guilt for that one. With Norgard, they come up with heat maps, and he's a ball carrier, and he's a box crasher, and he's all this sort of shit that they can dress it up with. Zubamendi, he doesn't have to be Prem proven, by the way. Why doesn't he have to be Prem proven? Why doesn't Gyökeres have to be Prem proven? What's this Prem proven bollocks? Why does that only come in when there's a player that's played? You saw Christian there slagging Liverpool signings. Oh, well, you know, Frimpong hasn't played in the Premier League. Yeah, what about Kirkhouse? Oh, well, will he be able to handle the pressure? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? If he's a professional footballer, he can handle the pressure. Yeah, going to a bigger team and all that. But what about every player coming to us? There's no pressure on them. That's why. There's no pressure on them to win. Because we have a blacked out Premier League trophy that they're going to litten up, as EGAL said. They will litten it up when we win a Premier League. What a ridiculous thing to have. What an embarrassing thing to have. And then he didn't even, he tried to defend that. Something that's so cringeworthy. He still tried to defend that. I had someone come into my comments today and said, oh, you're the reason that people hate Arsenal. No, mate, it's not. Trust me, it's not. It's these guys. They're the reason we're a laughing stock. These are the guys that make us a laughing stock. When you get that spanner outside the Emirates talking about, oh, the Mascara, is that his name? Couldn't even say his name. And then says he's going to be one of the best defenders in the world. Didn't even know his name, but he's going to be one of the best defenders in the world because he saw him for 45 minutes in a preseason friendly. I'm telling you, man, these guys, a line splitter, exactly. They come up with anything they can to defend it. And it's no coincidence that and I'll finish on this, it's no coincidence that the sort of the bigger channels, that well, not counting the mutant channel, but I'm talking about the Pinkuses and the Money Pennies and all these guys. They're always like failed actors or failed, something in the media. They always want to be journalists and stuff like that. They're not Arsenal fans first because they don't give a shit about the club. They love that we're doing bad because they can sell hope then to all these weak-minded people who need to be told that everything's fine all the time. Crazy work, man. But listen, they'll move the goalposts again. If we were to get Rodrigo, they'd add another one onto the list and say, well, if we get him, then that's the final piece. How can this manager sit there, be handed 6 new players and still have the smallest squad in the league? He's obliterated everything. Let go of our only left back. We don't have a left winger. You tell the top gooners that's where Madueke's going to play. And they go, no, there's no way that's going to happen. Then they see him play left wing. Oh, what a player. What a player. Much better than Martinelli. They're pissing all over Martinelli now. They're shitting all over Martinelli now. One day later. This is what they do. They flip-flop. And the second, they were bigging up the way Gyökeres treated his club, he treated Sporting. Oh, it's amazing. Look how much he wanted to come to us. He held his club to ransom. Imagine Saliba did the same. He'd be getting death threats off these guys. If he did that to go to Madrid, they're the hypocrites, man. That's the problem with them. They have no spine.
I mean, and it's getting to the stage now where it's kind of desperate. And next week can't come quick enough for me. I want the season to start. I want it to start because I've honestly, I just don't think we're prepared. I really don't think we're going into the season unprepared. We've got players that are not fully fit. Gabriel ain't going to be fully fit. We've got a right back, Timber, that's not fit. Ben White's now going to be our right back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the squad. Look at the squad that is going to go into next week against Manchester United. That he has built. That the money's been spent. Where's all this war chest? Where's all these millions and millions of pounds we were going to buy all these players? Why haven't we got top? Why haven't we gone? Why have we only got Gyökeres as our kind of upgrade? Where's all the other upgrades that we got? Where's all the big squad? Where's the players? Oh yeah, but they're just squad players. They're just bench players. I don't want bench players. We haven't won anything. I want players that are going to come in and challenge the first 11 for their places. And now we're relying on Max Dowman. Max Dowman's our best player. Nearly £1 billion spent, and a 15-year-old is one of our best players. Better than Odegaard. How is that possible?
Crazy,
How is that possible when a manager has been telling us to trust the process, spent nearly £1 billion, and we have a 15-year-old who is our best player? How is that? How? I honestly, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Even Saka don't.
It's almost like Wilshere and Mertesacker are better at training players, and getting them coached than the main player.
Yeah,
but we already seen that with the women's team. She's actually able to get over the line.
Yeah.
And less
everyone
money.
Around the football club, everyone around the football club is better than the manager getting paid £15 million. The coaches that sit on the bench behind Arteta that he keeps telling to shut up and sit down is better than Arteta. The women's manager is better than Arteta. Wilshere Mertesacker is better than Arteta. Honestly.
You know what I pray, DJB, yeah? I pray that this club win a major honour. They will have nothing to talk about us here. When we win a major honour, Shane's there, DJB, you're there, Lee's there, Matty, Jez, all the real ones, Rashid, all of them. Yeah? What they're going to say? Oh, why are you celebrating? I thought we're negative when we win a major honour. Because none of us are going to be negative, bro. And I know that everyone around me are real enough that if we win a major honour, I wouldn't react like that. But if let's just say hypothetically, let's just entertain it. And I said, nah, it's not good enough. They'd be like, North, we just won the Prem. What are you talking about? Because we want to win a major honor. If we don't see our club win the Champions League, but we win multiple Premier Leagues, of course I want more. But I will celebrate each Premier League, because at the end of the day, we're seeing our club win major honors. And we're all from different generations. Do you know where I got the standard for supporting Arsenal? From Shane's generation and from DJB's generation. Are we wrong? Are we wrong to hold this club to this standard? Are we wrong? Because when I started supporting Arsenal, we wasn't celebrating failure. When we didn't win against Fergie, and we all knew how great Fergie was, nobody celebrated it. It wasn't a thing to celebrate being second.
No.
We celebrated when we won major honors. That's when I saw celebrations. That's when I saw parades. That's when I saw everybody armpits in the air, everyone celebrate. That's when I saw celebrations. When we won at White Hart Lane, that's when I saw celebrations. That feeling of winning the league at White Hart Lane, if you weren't there, I'm sorry, it's different. And like I said, I haven't got the experience of Shane or DJB going to games and I was a lot younger, innit? But just seeing it even through the TV, the joy that I felt, and you want to call me negative, the joy that I felt, I'll never forget that. But do you know what's sad? If I have a child and this club continues, that's Dad, how was it? Oh, yeah, well, I never went to the parade because, we were broke back then. You know what I'm saying? We were broke. So I couldn't go. I had to watch you on the TV. But guess what? It was great. Oh, you didn't go to the... Nah, I didn't go to... You didn't see the open... But nah. But I thought you were earning good money since you did your apprenticeship. Yeah, well, guess what? When I did my apprenticeship, we were shit. So when I actually had money, free money to actually invest in it, we were shit. So what did you see? I saw Man City did a treble. What did you see? I saw United did a treble. What did you see? I saw Chelsea win it all. What else did you see? I saw Tottenham win the Europa. Did we win the Europa? No, we ain't won the Europa. Okay. What did you see? I saw Newcastle win a trophy and we're still on the drought. What else did you? Well, it takes time. You got to understand. What else did you see? I saw Leicester win the league. Leicester. They're probably in the Champions League by the time my kid's old enough to talk to me. They're probably in the Championship. Well, once upon a time, they beat us to the league. Jamie Vardy. I saw Jamie. Jamie Vardy said, he ain't coming in. What? But I thought we're supposed to be a big club. Well, this is how we move. I heard that you guys are going to get Suarez. Suarez turned into a baller, MSN. Well, guess what? We weren't able to get him over the line because we only bidded at like £1 over his release.
The journey was good, though, Nord. The journey was good.
The journey.
Enjoy the journey. Come on, man.
The journey was good. But I heard that you lot had players that won major honors. Nasri, Fabregas, Adebayor. You know what I'm saying? Well, we sold them. Why did you say? It was to pay off stadium. Okay, what happened once you paid off the stadium? Once we paid off the stadium, we started talking about VAR, referees. We started talking about pundits. We started talking about content creators. Really? But But don't worry, there's always next year. But it's been like 35 years. Why are you being negative? Fuck off down the line.
Trust the process.
These are the conversations I will have with my future daughter or my future son. This is the conversation I'm gonna have. Not, do you remember when no. Last time we won something, I was 13. My kid at the time will probably be younger than 13. Is this the conversation you lot want me to have? But instead, we've got Mystic EGAL coming up with the facts, apparently.
Actually, we have to take unfair. We have to take the manager by his words and what he actually says and listen to what he says.
We can't.
Because this is what the manager said. The manager, out of his own words...
EGAL, sorry to cut you. You cannot take.
But he's telling you his intentions. His intentions for preseason are different to the intentions of other managers. Pep Guardiola has similar intentions. His intentions are to get his players used to what they want, what he wants from them. And
Pep also said he couldn't replace. Pep also said he couldn't replace Aguero and got Haaland in the door, bro.
No,
Like,
no, I just want to. Sometimes they lie.
Managers
Sometimes they lie.
Obviously,
I'm
not top six and all,
right? This preseason, I think we have focused, and visibly you can tell we have focused on getting certain players up to speed and what he wants from them by mixing and matching players with superior players in other key areas. So our better attackers would play with our B level bench players in the midfield. Our better midfielders would play with the B team in the attack in order to see how these guys shape up when they have better players around them.
Miguel, your whole left side is dead. Your whole left side is dead. Starter or backup. That whole left side is dead.
We still haven't signed the left-handed players, and Madueke only played 10 minutes.
I never saw Madueke has now come in to be the left side starter.
Ever.
I don't
never
think
saw
he's
one
gonna
good
start on the left, but he
pre-season.
can make a
And it was the
difference.
best football I've ever witnessed.
What's it gonna take for Arteta to be called out on his nonsense? Because I don't get it.
1 second. Just because you don't understand a genius doesn't mean
Oh my God.
Doesn't mean all of a sudden you're doing something wrong. You guys are laughing. Listen, it is.
I wasn't a joke. Are you being serious?
I'm dead serious.
Do you understand the genius?
It is preseason. It is preseason. It's preseason. The methods you prepare your team. The methods you prepare your team for the season don't have to be the same as every other manager. Simple. You guys.
Let's just pause it there. Man said, I'm sorry you don't understand a genius. A genius of what? Of accomplishing what?
PR.
This guy's talking about we're playing the bench players to see how good they are in terms of fitness and to get them to see how good they connect with a striker, which is Gyökeres. So we are prioritizing, yeah, Ethan building chemistry with Gyökeres. Max Dowman building chemistry with Gyökeres. The players that we want to start building the chemistry. Zubimendi getting used to the way that Rice plays, when he makes runs, when he doesn't. We are risking all that chemistry in favor of Moreno as a DM, in favor of Norgard as a DM, in favor of Martinelli that we're trying to sell. We're trying to sell this player, but we're trying to see what we can get out of him when we've seen 2 years of bullshit. We're trying to see what we can get out of players like Havertz and these bums coming off the bench in favor of actually building chemistry between the players that should actually start. This is what he's telling us. Guys, Shane, DJB, take it away.
He's talking about chemistry and getting to know the players and experimenting and all of this. But he's starting the likes of Norgard and Marino and bringing on Dowman and people like that. I mean, it's just been a miss. The pre-season has been a complete miss. The whole thing. The game against Spurs, the game against Villarreal, Newcastle. We've learnt nothing. We've learnt nothing any different of how he's going to set up next season. There's nothing that has convinced me pre-season that I've actually gone, whoa, hang on a minute. Apart from Max Dowman's displays, glimpses of Wanyeri, I've not really seen anything, Shane. I don't know about you, Mark G, but I've not really seen
anything. There hasn't been anything.
And he's talking about experimenting in this and trying to get to. He should already know them. He bought the players. He should already know what they can do and what they're capable of. That's the whole reason why he's brought them to the team, isn't it? Why did he bring Norgard to the team if he didn't know nothing about him? Because in the press conferences, he was saying, oh, he can do this and he's capable of breaking the lines and he's capable of being dangerous and box to box. Now, suddenly, he's kind of getting, he's got to experiment and chemistry and all of these words. And this is what I mean. When you listen to him, it's like listening to Arteta in a press conference.
Yeah, that's what they all sound like.
It's just like
word salad for the sake of it.
It's just like listening to Arteta in a press conference.
They don't answer the question. They just deflect it with a load of words that don't actually go together. He's even started creating words, litten up. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Unstable. But apart from that, you see, what he can't say is, oh, well, why isn't he playing all the first team? Because they're not fit, DJB. Royce isn't fit. He looks knackered. Odegaard needed surgery. He's not fit. That's why he's not playing every game. Saka isn't fit. Timber's not fit. Gabriel's not fit. All from last season. It's all a carryover. But he can't say that. So he has to find, instead of just saying, yeah, this preseason has me a bit confused as well. Done. He has to try and dig away to make out what he talks like he knows what Arteta's thinking. Arteta doesn't even know what Arteta's thinking. But he talks like he knows. Oh, well, this is what he's doing. He doesn't want people to see what he's doing, and he doesn't want. It's insanity. It's Arteta in a press conference, like you said. This is the stuff that he does when he gets asked a question. He goes off on a tangent about absolutely nothing at all, absolutely nothing at all. And this is the same thing that he's doing. And he can't come out and say, oh, well, you know, Gabriel's not fit. That's why he's not playing. He said on a short today, I think it was today, or someone sent it to me, where he goes, oh, Gabriel played the second half against Villarreal, so he's ready for United. Just like that. He only played 30 minutes. He's match fit now, DJ. 6 months out. He's match fit now because he played 30 minutes. He won't be match fit for a long, long time, by the way. Timber and Gabriel are match fit now because they played 30 minutes. Gabriel even looked knackered after half an hour. You know what I mean? But me and him had an argument about it before. We said, Gabriel said he's ready to go for the start of the season. And I said, Egal, that's a big difference between being match fit and being back in training. There's a huge difference between it. But they don't want to admit it, because if they admit that, then they have to admit that this manager has flogged these players to the point of no return. Like when Arteta said about Saka, oh, it's all in his head now, guys. The injury's all in his head, guys. Is that 15-inch scar on his leg in his head? Because it doesn't look like it's in his head to me. That looks like it's right on his leg, mate. And he hasn't looked right since he's come back because he was rushed back. How did he just make the Madrid game? Rushed back. Because why was Havertz? Havertz was rushed back to come on for the last game of the season, so people will forget the fact that we were terrible all season. Everything this manager does is a smokescreen, and this guy will defend whatever he does. And he, instead of just saying, yeah, this preseason, I'm a bit confused by it. He has to go off on a ramble about that makes absolutely no sense. And then when he gets cornered, he goes, oh, do you know what I have to do here? I'll have to say something outrageous, because then people will just concentrate on that. Oh, if you don't understand the genius. Who else does that, by the way? When we go out of the League Cup, what does Arteta say? Oh, the ball. Blames the ball. Nobody talks about the fact that we got dog walked. They talk about the ridiculous comment he made about the ball. Yeah. What did he say after the PSG game? Oh, we were the better team for 160 minutes. XG. That's all people talk about. Outrageous comment. Mourinho used to do that as well. He would go on about bird flu or something in a press conference. Everybody would laugh and then forget the fact that Chelsea had lost. That's what they do. But except Mourinho was charming with it, and he had the trophies to back it up. You know what I mean? He was good at that. Ferguson would do it. Ferguson did it. That's how he wound up Kevin Keegan. But he did it with tact, and he knew what he was doing. These guys do it. They just say something outrageous, and then that's all people talk about. Except this time he's gone too far with the Wenger thing, and now he's going to have to live with that. Not that I ever respected him as a football fan in the first place. He knows absolutely nothing about it. But you know, at least it's just sort of getting more exposure now. And the only thing, the paradox is that you have to give him the attention he wants to discredit him, and that's the only problem. But we have to do it.
Yeah. I mean, we forgot to mention we've even had fans. We've even had fans come on and said that they'd rather Arteta than George Graham and all of this nonsense.
Said that on AFTV. Yeah.
You know, we've
Arteta years are better than the George Graham years.
Yeah. I mean, the Wenger, the Arteta years is better than the George Graham years. I mean, so we've even had that statement, Shane. I mean, it just gets worse and worse and worse. But no, listen, we'll see what the excuses are going to be like, because for me, there is no more excuses now. There is nothing. There is nothing that's going to convince me. Injuries are not going to do it for me. I'm not going to listen to any of that. I don't want to listen to injuries. I don't want to listen about red cards. If we have a penalty against us, don't want to hear about that. Don't want to hear about anything. He's got everything now. He's had everything he wants. He's had money spent.
He's going to judge him in January, DJB. If we have the same practical problems, he's judging him in January. So we're going to hold him to that. And his expectation is to win the league. Those two clips, I am saving that in the vault for this season. I will be replaying that again and again and again and again and again. And when he goes, do you want to know something? Do you want to know something? Would you want to know something? Let me tell you something about the way you were talking. You know what I'm saying? Before the season about, do you want to know something? No, I don't want to know something, because everything you say is talking bullshit, bro. How about that? You know what I'm saying? And let me just say, DJB, Shane, any point you got a dip, even if you got a dip now, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying, listen, make sure you're subscribing. DJB link is in the title. I know it's a bit of a long title, so we put Shane's link to his channel in the pinned comment. Subscribe to both of the real ones, yeah? Because these men don't like the fact that there's a lot of us now that are not having it. We're putting our face on camera and we're saying we're not happy with this. And you, man, wanted to go with this AFTV narrative. No. Not everyone sounds like Ty. Not everyone sounds like Julian. Not everyone sounds like EGAL. Not everyone agrees with the bullshit going on with this club. You know what I'm saying? And my platform isn't a massive platform, but we do what we can at the end of the day. And if you like what the panel is saying, DJB and Shane, subscribe to Shane in the pinned comment. Subscribe to DJB pinned in the comment, in the title, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the Mandem, because at the end of the day, there's loads of us that feel like this. We've had enough now. We've had enough. Even before Arteta got the job, we had enough. So now we're at the limit. So make sure you're subscribing to all these, man. And I want to get DJB's opinion on the rest of this clip.
You guys are here talking about. You guys are here talking about why didn't Arsenal show amazing patterns of play versus a Newcastle team that was parking the bus, a Tottenham team that we did show a lot of offensive nouns. We just didn't do anything in the final third because our best midfielders were playing with our B-level attackers.
How many teams are you going to play next season that won't park the bus against you? I'll count on one hand.
No, but we keep changing the argument. I'm simply talking about this preseason. We played 4 games so far in preseason. Guess what? Out of those four games, you guys are saying, oh, we didn't show enough attacking nouns. We didn't show enough consistency. Yes, because it was constantly changed. It was constantly being refreshed. We were doing what people do in preseason. Give people opportunity to get acclimatized with each other.
You just said your manager should do what every other manager does.
The main focus of this preseason. One second. The main focus
of everything every other manager does.
The main focus of this preseason was not to correct every single wrong of last season. It was simply to acclimatize the players with each other. And I think everyone is going too far.
No, sorry. I've listened for 35.
You're just saying things for the sake of saying things.
No, I'm not. No, because the game doesn't count.
We have been playing long balls directly to the attack. We have been trying to push it a little bit more through the middle. But guess what? The best at breaking lines, the best at attack, for making attacks look silly, have not necessarily been playing with Gyökeres.
That's not the point.
Has barely played with Gyökeres.
So we're not trying to improve. We're not trying to improve on last season, but we were trying to play different style of play. Make that make sense? We were trying to play forward passing, but we wasn't utilizing the player that he deems the best at breaking the lines and creating opportunities. Make that make sense? Because that sentence within itself doesn't make sense.
Yep.
I thought it was about fitness, but then you're talking about patterns of play. So are we doing patterns of play or are we doing fitness? Which one are we doing? And we're not trying to improve on last season. Well, guess what? Liverpool are, because they're getting Isak, which is an improvement on Darwin Núñez. They're getting Wirtz, which is an upgrade on Szoboszlai. They're getting fullbacks. Chelsea are getting a better forward than they had last season. Jackson maybe going to Newcastle. They got in João Pedro. So how is our rivals trying to do better? Man United, are upgrading on last season and going out there and getting Mbeumo. That's better than the wingers that they had last season. They're going out there and getting Sesko. That is better than Højlund. How are they improving on their? But we're not improving. We're just doing the fitness. We're just working on fitness. So the manager is not working on last season. He's just working on fitness. Is that what we're doing? We're working on fitness. Phase 6, we're working on fitness.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? This is what I'm saying. I don't know what they watch. I don't know what they watch. I've seen worse. This is why I'm not excited about going into next season, because what I've seen pre-season is worse. And I didn't think it could get any worse. I'm not seeing anything exciting, anything different. In fact, as I said, I'm seeing worse. These players come in and I'm thinking, why have we bought them? What I've seen, I'm thinking, why have we bought them? All right, Gyökeres, yeah, okay, we'll see what he can do. But yeah, I'm not overly gassed what I've seen of Zubimendi. I've not overly gassed what I've seen of Norgard. Honestly. And when he talks about getting to know the players and he's experimenting and he's trying different things so that the players can gel and all this, what he was saying, that's what training sessions are for. They're getting to know each other on the training sessions. That's why they do training. They get to know, they work on things in training so they can bring it to the A game. You don't experiment and all of that in matches. These friendlies, when the friendlies get going, all right, the first friendly of the season, fair enough. But after a while, after 3 or 4 games, you should start seeing some sort of style of play or how you think the team's going to set up going into the first game of the season. If someone said to me right now, how do you think it's going to go against Man United? What's your style of play going in against Man United? I'd have to turn around and go, get the ball out wide, put lots of crosses in, watch Gyökeres run around like a headless chicken, and that's it. I'm not seeing anything different. I'm not seeing anyone driving at defences. All right, Max Dowman coming on and making things happen. Fair enough. But that ain't going to happen against Man United. Max Dowman ain't going to start against Man United. But I'm not seeing, I'm not seeing things different. What I am seeing is teams scoring easily against us, which is worrying.
2 passes.
Which is worrying.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really worrying because that was one of the things that was one of our strengths, was our defence. And now what's really worrying is that I'm seeing 2 passes and a goal's being scored. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. So if we've got no midfield, if we've got no creativity in midfield, and now we're starting to leak goals, how is that better than last season? How have we upgraded? How have we covered all bases? Because we haven't. We just haven't done enough. We haven't done enough. We're going to start.
2 goals from open play, DJB, in pre-season. Yeah. 2 goals from open play.
2 goals from open play. We're leaking goals. And as I said to you before, if anything happens to Rice and anything happens to Zubimendi, we are going in with Norgard and Marino in midfield.
Yep.
You're telling me that Gyökeres is going to... I've got fans telling me that Gyökeres is going to score 30 plus goals.
Not a chance.
25 plus goals. And if we start with Norgard and Marino in midfield, you're telling me Gyökeres is going to score 20 plus goals? No chance. Very easy to play against.
You see, the thing is, DJ... Oh, sorry.
Arsenal set up, really predictable. 2 or 3 men on Saka. Take Saka out the game. Odegaard, get into Odegaard early on. Force Martinelli out left. Job done. 2 banks of 4. That's it. That's it.
And then hit them on the counter.
And hit them on the counter. Diagonal. Watch Skelly get caught many, many times next season. Because I've said it before. He's been brainwashed of being a left back. He's not a left back. Diagonal balls. They'll pump the ball diagonally. They'll put it out left. He'll get caught. He'll get caught numerous of times. Guarantee it, he'll get caught.
Yep.
And it won't be his fault because he's not a left back.
And he'll be out of position. He'll be in midfield.
And he'll be out of position. He'll make a rash challenge. He'll be giving away penalties, free kicks, and whatever in dangerous positions.
And the press are waiting to pile on him as well, DJB. They're waiting to pile on him.
Yeah, it's open. I mean, the kid's going to be left hung and dry. And the fans will get onto him. The fans will get onto him. You know, he'll have a pocket of fans get onto Skelly and stuff like that.
But you know what it is, DJ? His backup is Calafiori, who we are saying is the new Tomiyasu, right?
He is the Tomiyasu, yeah.
So that means we're dependent on an 18-year-old out of position to pretty much play every game of the season, right? To pretty much play every game of the season. There's a good chance.
Because there's no left back. There's no left back.
Yeah, there's no left back. And we're talking about that midfield, the lack of creativity, right? So normally if you have a midfield that has no creativity, you go, okay, well, they must all be really good defensively then. They're not. Right? There's no pace in that midfield. They're going to get turned. They're going to get shredded. We've seen it now. 2 passes gone away. And that was happening last season as well, by the way. 2 passes gone. Isak, 2 passes gone. Villarreal did it. 2 passes, they're gone. They're away. PSG were doing it too. It's 2 passes gone. We're shredded open. So we have to remember as well that I'll come straight over and say it. In the first 6 games of the season, out of Gabriel, Timber, White, Saka, and Rice, minimum 2 of them are going to go down with injuries. Minimum 2 of them will go down with injuries, right? Because he will. If they can walk, he'll play them. Gabriel is going to get turned. That hamstring is going to be a nightmare. Saliba, you can throw Saliba into that mix as well, right? There's a good chance he could go down. There's minimum 2 of them, I would say, in the first 6 games will go down. And that's if one of them doesn't go down on Saturday. Because I have a feeling that, or tomorrow, that I have a feeling that I'm only looking at that preseason game going, please, just everybody stay fit, right? Because you're just waiting for them to get injured. Because they're all going into this season from operations. So many players going in from operations. So we already have so-called the best defense around, right? Timber has played 30 minutes. Gabriel's played 30 minutes. White played 3 months last season when he needed an operation on his knee. Saliba had a hamstring and a calf on the last home game of the season. And he doesn't want to be here. And Lewis Skelly's not a left back. So this defense that everybody talks about, they're going to have a lot more on them now because they don't have Thomas Partey protecting them, right? Zubamendi's going to get swamped. First few games of the season, he's going to get swamped. I've been calling that for time. You wait and see against United. That will be the tactic. When Raya rolls it out to him, hit him quick because he's not used to it. He's used to having time on the ball. But what do we do now? Okay, well, when you get the ball, Raya, I want 2 people in midfield that you can roll it out to. So he pushes Lewis Skelly into midfield. Oh, well, then the left back is open. Oh, well, then David Raya can drift out to the left. So that's where he goes now. He goes out to the left. So then you have him out of position. You have Lewis Skelly out of position. You have Zubamendi, who's not used to having pressure put on him. And what? Just so he wants 2 players deep in midfield when the keeper gets the ball. Do you know what he could easily do? Just make Royce drop back. Just tell Royce to drop back. Done. Then you still have your left back. You still have your keeper where he is. But that's too easy. That's too easy for this manager. So he wants Raya, he wants his goalkeeper to go left back, and he wants his left back to go into midfield. Even when he makes Lewis Skelly invert, he makes him go to the right side of the number 6. He makes him go to the right side, so he has another 5 yards extra to get back. It's insanity, and he will double down on these things. The more that they get caught out, the more he will double down on it. That's what he does. The more he gets criticised for something, he doubles down on it. That Chelsea signing didn't work. Why did he sign the players in Chelsea? Oh, get me another one. That didn't work. Get me another one. That didn't work. Get me another one. 6 down. None of them have worked. And he'll do it again and again and again because people told him it's wrong. Because people said that's not working. So he goes, well, you know what? You don't tell me that. I'm going to double down. Everybody wanted Tierney as captain. Well, you're not captain because everybody wants you as captain. I want Odegaard as captain because nobody wants him as captain. That's how his mind works. And they call him a genius for it. They call him a genius for it. A genius. This guy is the opposite to a genius.
Wait till he falls out.
This guy is the opposite to a genius. This guy probably has to wear fucking armbands when he eats a bowl of soup. This guy is the opposite to a genius. But he's a genius because he does these mad things. I'm still of the belief that the reason we threw away Champions League football that time, remember in its 3rd season when we were in 4th, we were 8 points clear of Tottenham. It's because of that documentary. That he was going home and he wasn't thinking about the team. He was thinking, what can I do tomorrow to look really interesting? Oh, do you know what I'll do? I'll bring in a light bulb, or I'll bring in a lemon, or I'll get a dog. He wasn't thinking about the team. He was thinking about how he can make himself look like a genius. And he came, I'll bring speakers in and I'll play You'll Never Walk Alone over the speakers. What happened? We go to Anfield. He roils up the crowd and we lose 4-0. We were doing all right. and he riles up the crowd. So the guy is not a genius. He's an absolute spanner. He's a spanner, and he's an embarrassment to the club. And me, I've sat there, you've sat there, Jez has sat there, and we've all said in our time, he's the worst manager we've ever had. And people fly off the handle. How can he be? How can he be? Well, he is. He has spent more in 6.5 years than every single manager in our history combined. And he's done nothing. Well, oh, inflation, get out of my face. He has wasted most of it. The only signings that work out are the ones that he pays a lot for. Declan Rice, and he even plays him out of position. You know what I mean? It boggles the mind how this guy can still get back. All of these guys were backing Havertz. All the top gunners, Havertz, you stop shitting on Havertz. Havertz is great. Havertz is this. The second we get Gyökeres, Havertz is shit. Oh, and now he's shit, because now you can say that he's shit. And in a year from now, if Gyökeres doesn't work out, we sign someone else, they'll say he's shit. But where we always just stick by our guns and say, no, he's not good. He's not good. When they prove us wrong, we go, fair enough. I didn't think we should have signed Raya at the time. I thought this is a bit crazy. But then I went, you know what was wrong? He's better than Ramsdale. I don't think he's much better, but he's better. So we'll admit when we're wrong. But it's the same with these guys all the time, and it's just tiring. It's tiring trying to argue with them. But I mean, we're going to have to keep doing it, I suppose. But anyway,
got to keep it going. Got to keep it going. I mean, Gyökeres worries me because I can see him getting frustrated. I can see him getting frustrated, and I can see Arteta giving him something to do that that's alien to him, and he's going to get frustrated. And I've said there'll be a fallout there. I mean, I can see myself turning up for a home game, looking at the team sheet and thinking, why ain't Gyökeres in the team?
Yep.
What's he done? Is he injured? Is he injured? No, he's not injured. He's not even in the 11. Why ain't he in the team? What's he on the bench for? Oh, because he's probably had some sort of you watch, that'll come out. There's been a bust up, or he's disagreed with something, or he's answered the manager back, or he's not agreed with something, or he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing out there, or doing this or doing that. Something will go down, because he's definitely got something about him. You don't just down tools at a football club and not have nothing about you. So
yeah.
Watch this space with the Gyökeres. It'd be interesting to see how that pans out.
I hear it.
Really will.
I hear it. It looks like we bought a player and we don't know how to use him, but we've done that before. We bought Havertz and we played him in the midfield for the first 17, 18 games. We've done it before. We bought Zinchenko. We play him as a left back. He's a number 10. That's what we do. We've got Partey. We play him as a right back. This is what we do around here. We just move everyone around. Trossard, we got an injury to Odegaard. No worries. We'll play him in the number 10. It doesn't work out.
Play Rice out of position.
Yeah.
This is what we do around here.
We needed a left winger, so we signed Madueke. So we signed Madueke, a right winger.
Gyökeres is our left winger. I keep saying it. People don't believe me.
We bought Madueke. He played for Chelsea as a right winger when he played, but we'll play him left wing.
Yeah.
Oh, but he done 1-2 good crosses.
All the left wingers out there, North. We could have got Lookman and the like. You know what I mean? Can't say Seo and all these players. Get me a right winger. Get me a right winger. Get me Eze and Madueke, and I'll put an attacking midfielder. It boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. But because he wants to be, because if it somehow works, he's a genius. It's all about him.
What they don't realise is every single game we go into next season is a cup final. The pressure on this football team to perform and win something is absolutely even the Arteta faithfuls are saying, "Oh, Premiership or nothing. Got to win the Premiership or nothing." What about the FA Cup and Carabao Cup? What about if we do a domestic double? No, that's failure. Failure. We haven't won anything in years and years and years, and they're throwing away like domestic cups.
Well, Gal said it, DJB. He said we was on our longest trophy drought with Arsene Wenger because we won 3 FA Cups. You are never living that down, Gal.
No.
You are never living that. There is no way that you
3 FA Cups, longest trophy drought.
And just to add to that, when you're talking about 3 FA Cups, longest trophy drought, okay, when you want to tell me that Arteta's challenging, okay, was Wenger not challenging the year that Leicester won the league because we came second? So by your metric, he was challenging. He came second. Do you know what I'm saying? So there was years within that 10 years that we could have won the league and we didn't win the league and we were challenging. So Wenger was challenging the metric that you load up Arteta for. He won FA Cups that now means nothing when it's Wenger, but when it's Arteta, you won us that FA Cup, keep believing, keep the faith. He won it in his first year. So what's the excuse? Because all the comfortable excuses that you made for Arteta, Wenger did better. So then what's the excuse then? So we have to count all the years that Wenger got second, but we have to dismiss the FA Cups. Who did better? It's crazy. But let's go into the next one. Big up to Don Hussam for the raid. Big up to everyone that's locked in. You know what I'm saying, that is joined from Don Hussam's channel. Let's go.
The thing is, everyone's saying preseason is you need to see the performance. People are upset with the performances, and I'm just simply saying I'm not looking at this preseason as performance based, because I know what our starting 11 can do when they're playing together. And the bench players, I'm looking at them and I'm saying to myself, what can these squad players bring to the table? And that's where Norgard looks impressive. That's where Mascara looks decent. That's where some of these guys need to show me what they're capable of doing. Because Arteta said it himself, this preseason is not about seeing what our starting 11 can do. We've seen for the last 3 years what they can do. What it's about is getting these guys ready to go in the case that there's an emergency. They don't know what they're doing, and they're trying to figure out.
Look like one of your better players, bro, in the preseason.
I have to pause Egal there. Big up to Sam for the raid, everyone that's joined. Egal just said something that makes absolutely no sense. Man said we are playing our backup players for in an emergency that we have to play them. They know what the manager wants from them. Hold on, let me just say this. If you scouted these players, surely you know what qualities they bring to the team. Surely you know that they fit the system that you currently have developed for about 6 years now. If you are having to play them in preseason for them to know what they got to do, know what they bring to the team, know that they're up to speed, clearly you haven't done your due diligence in terms of your recruitment. Because you should be adding players that add to this team. I understand they have to gain partnerships. They have to understand what players, the movement of, but you should already know that you should already know their strengths. You should already know what they're bringing to the team. You should already know what profile players you have. The fact that we're using preseason to understand what these players are you stupid, bro? This is phase 6. And you're bringing in players that we still need to work out what your game is. We still need to work out what you bring to the team. We still have to work out if you're good enough for the team. That means you have not brought in players that are good enough to get into the starting 11 or challenge. Because if they were good enough, you wouldn't need to do all of this. You wouldn't need to. You know that they're better than we currently have, and they walk into the team. Let me give you an example. Declan Rice was good enough to get into the team. We didn't need to give it time. We didn't need to bed him into the team. He's good enough. He gets into the team. Dowman, first year in men's football, hasn't even had a season yet, walks into the team from the youth academy. Skelly didn't even have a year when he broke into the team of men's football. Good enough to break into the team. Ethan, performing with 10 minutes, going off of the bench, didn't need a preseason. Good enough to walk into the team. That's what happens when you add quality to the team. They walk straight in. Timber got injured, got his chance in the team when we bought Calafiori because he was injured. Good enough to walk into the team. People were saying, and I agree, he's our best right back, better than Ben White. Because he's good enough. Played left back, and then we moved him to the right back position because he's good enough. Raya didn't need a preseason. Didn't have to have a preseason. He was better than Ramsdale. Walked straight into the team. That's what happens when you add quality. When you add players that you haven't scouted properly, that you got in the cheap, that you don't know their strengths and weaknesses, that you just use it as an opportunity to get an extra body in because they're cheap. This is what happens. You have to discover. No. The discovery about these players, Egal, should be before we even fucking buy them. That is why you have scouts. That is why you have scout reports, because they scout the player, they see the strengths, and they say to the manager, this player adds XXX to the team. This is why we should be bringing him in because he levels us up. You don't need a preseason to see their quality. You don't need a preseason. When we got Partey, he walked into the team. We got Gyökeres, he walks into the team. This is the difference. But we're doing this, let's see what he's about. That's the same analysis that we did with Lokonga, Fabi Vieira, Trusty, Carl Hein, Runnison. This is what we did with Zinchenko, all these players. And guess what? They're not good enough. So why are we analyzing these players after we paid the fee? This is what we did with Kivior. And now what, 2-3 seasons on from buying Kivior, we're looking to get rid of him. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. We're analyzing players once we bought them, not before we bought them, to make sure that we're going to commit money that we're then going to have short to go and get an Eze, go and get an Elise. No. We'll analyze you in pre-season when you sign the contract, when we've given you a stupid wage, then we're going to analyze you. And then we wonder why we got so many players that we can't sell. The logic doesn't make sense. It's not logical. The way that we're moving isn't logical. But I'm going to shut up, let the panel go.
It's because Arteta can't just sign a player to play in a position. He has to sign a player and then tweak him just a little bit. Every single time, tweak him. Okay, well, just like that, just like Madueke. Okay, I'll go get you a left winger. Who do you want? Get me Madueke. But he plays out the right. Yeah, but I see him as a left winger. Give him to me. Give me a bit of time with him and I'll make him a left winger. We don't have time, mate. Every player he signs, Timber, he played Timber at left back when we signed him. Let's remember that. He was going to be our left back. You know what I mean? So then he had to move him. He signed Ben White as a centre back. Didn't work. Had to move him. So these players always need time because he can't just say, right, I need a Partey replacement. Okay, let me get someone like Baliba. He plays the same way. You know, he plays the same way as him. I'll get him in. Partey's done good. He was our best midfielder last season. I want someone just like him. I'll get Baliba. He could be the next Thomas Partey. Then I get me Zubimendi, completely different style. So I'll have to get him in, and then I'll have to move Rice back, and I'll have to change this, and I'll have to move Lewis Skelly in, and I'll have to rip everything up. He can't just say, all right, I need a right back. Get me a right back. I'll get me a left back. Yeah, but does he invert? No. Well, then I don't want him. Because I want to, or else get me a left back that doesn't invert, and I'll make him invert. Or get me a midfielder, and I'll put him at left back. If he was signing players that were brought in to do the specific job they were signed for, this wouldn't matter. But he has signed players that are worse than what we had, and what we had wasn't good enough. So he will sign a player and say, well, I need to move him here, and I need to twist this, and I'm going to tweak this. That footage came out of Gyökeres training. All crosses for him heading the ball. Cross it in, get him to head the ball. Gyökeres has scored 2 or 3 headers in the last 2 years. I'll make him score headers. That's what I'll do. Instead of just playing to his strengths. Oh, well, what are your strengths? Forget about them. Here's your new strength. Well, I'm not good in the air. Yeah. Well, we'll see to that. Because if I make you score more headers than you got last season, then I can say, look at me. I've made him score headers now. So that's why we... Anyway, but there's the stuff that EGAL's talking about this is what pre-season's for. If you're going to change your tactics, you do it now. You do it now, and people will see in 22-23, the summer before that when we signed Jesus and Zinchenko, you saw a drastic change in pre-season. You saw we beat Chelsea 4-0. There was a difference in the tactics, and we went into that season and we played quite well. But now Arteta doesn't have a plan B. He doesn't know how to change it, so he's just signed whoever is available or whoever he thinks is a good player, and he's just going to try and squeeze them into his system. What's the point? Just sign a player that suits you. If you're not going to change your tactics, sign players that suit your system then. Don't sign players that you're going to have to mould. Like my missus was watching the pre-season. She's an Arsenal fan. She was watching the pre-season friendly with me the other day against Villarreal. Said, oh, who's this Mascara lad? I said, oh, he plays like centre-back or right-back. So he'll probably play left-back. You know what I mean? That's what it is with this manager. You just know that whoever we get, well, that's not where he's going to play. So the reason that it takes so long is because he just doesn't sign the right players. He has to make sure that it's someone that doesn't play in that position so he can look like a genius when he changes them into that position. Madueke is going to be our left winger next season. He played 7 games out the left wing last season. He scored 0, assisted 0. So Arteta saw that and went, you know what, I see him as a left winger. It's an absolute shambles. And look, we're just going to have to sit back, and these pricks can sit there and say, oh, well, there's fans out there and they want us to fail and all that sort of stuff. This is the last desperate attempt at them. This is the last offence they have now. Oh, you happy now? You happy now? We're losing. Are you happy now? Get the fuck out of my face, man. You know what the funny thing is? I said it before, and I'll finish on this. When they were talking about real fans and real fans this, when we lost 2-1 at home to Bournemouth, and the crowd cleared out with about 15 minutes left, I turned around and said, you know who I can guarantee is still there right till the end? I said, Aaron will be there. DJB will be there. Kenny Ken will be there right till the end. Yeah. The fans that they call negative will still be there. And all the other fair weather fans are the ones that fuck off. All the other ones that say Arteta in, they're all the ones that leave early. Well, I don't want to I don't want the queues. Bollocks to that. They'll be over before they're out the turnstiles. They're over the loss. DJB will be down the boozer or down for 2 hours later feeling sick because we lost. I'm the same. I've thrown up. I've physically thrown up over the stuff. I've cried. You know what I mean? I can't sleep the night before big games. Sometimes 2 or 3 nights beforehand. I'm useless to anybody, right? And these are the guys that want to keep this manager in. They're over it like that. They are over it like that. It does not. This is secondary to them. So when they go pissing on people like Arsene Wenger, you go, you motherfucker! How dare you do that? How dare you do that? Because they don't care. They do not care. They're over it in a flash. They're over it. They support the manager. So that's the big difference, man. That's the big difference. And I know it had nothing to do with the point we made, but
yeah, no, I mean it's massive. Do you know what he was saying there about emergency, bringing in playing them as an emergency, just in case an emergency. How have we got to sign in emergency players after 6 years and nearly £1 billion? I don't want emergency players. I don't want make-do players. Are these emergency players then going to take us to the Champions League final and the Premiership?
Yeah.
Why are we making do? I wanted players that were challenging. I wanted players that when they're warming up on the touchline, I'm thinking, yo, it's like for like here. Rice is coming off and there's a Rice equivalent coming on.
Hold on, DJB, just to your point,
This is
what I'm trying to say. Emergency. What have you seen from these emergency games? Newcastle, Villarreal, AC Milan. What have you seen from the emergency? Because the emergency doesn't look like it's working.
Poor. Worse. So I said worse. Nothing's exciting me. I wanted this. I thought that we was going to really, really pull the boat out this season and sign top players. I thought we was going to get Rodrigo. I thought we was going to get players like Wirtz or someone like that. Instead of that, we've got Norgard. Oh yeah, but he's got Premier League experience, and it gives us depth. So why didn't the manager of Spurs, Frank, take him to Tottenham then? Why didn't he raid Brentford for their captain? Why ain't he took him? Why ain't West Ham coming for him? They need midfielders. Why ain't Brighton signed him? Why ain't Palace ripping up trees to sign him? Why, if we wanted a quality player, why didn't we go and get Adam Wharton from Palace? Why don't we go and get Rodgers from Villa? Why haven't we got players like this? Why are we signing? And if someone tells me that Zubimendi is better than Partey and he's a massive upgrade on Thomas Partey, then sorry, I might be wrong. Ask me 12 games in and I might turn around and say, yeah, you're right. No, that's right. Fine.
It'd have to be something special to be an upgrade on him.
I'll give you Zubimendi. Fine. No problem at all. But this is what I'm saying. And he's talking about, because these emergency players, just in case we have to. Well, I've got news for you. We may have to start with Marino and Norgard if Zubimendi gets injured. If Rice breaks down because he's on international duty and he's playing every single game, running his art out, covering every blade of grass that he does, trying to make things happen, trying to be that creative player that we haven't got in midfield. Right? So that could be our starting, that could be our midfield. And then are you going to say they're emergency? I didn't hear any emergency when we signed Norgard. Oh, good signing. Yeah, good signing. Experience, bringing experience and all of this. Now they're just emergency players. It's just, honestly, it just goes round and round and round and round. But we'll see. We'll see. Man United at Old Trafford, first game of the season. We never do well at Old Trafford anyway. Never do well at Old Trafford, no matter how bad Man United are. We always play every time we've played at Manchester. First game of the season, we don't normally show up much anyway. We normally play bad. And the fact that it's Old Trafford. And we'll see. We're going to go there with players that are not fit enough. We're going to go there with players that have got injuries. and we're going to go there with a team that we've not really strengthened in all departments. And when I say strengthened, I mean massively strengthened. I'm not talking about kind of like for like. I'm not talking about make do players. I wanted players that was like, oh, Rice is dropped this week. Well, that's all right because we've got this one coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, Zubamendi's injured. Oh yeah, no panic. We got so. Gyökeres is out. Oh, that's all right. We got Isak. We got Isak and Gyökeres. We got Sesko and Gyökeres. Why didn't we go back in for Sesko? Man United don't seem to have a problem signing him. Why didn't we go back in for him? We wanted him from the start. Why didn't we go back in for Sesko?
Or Pavlidis.
Have Gyökeres and Sesko. How about that? Gyökeres and Sesko sell Havertz. How about that?
Or
That makes too much sense.
Talking about Pavlidis for time. I've been telling man, like you see the way he scored goals in the Champions League against Barcelona. Do you know what I'm saying? So why did we go in for Pavlidis? Oh yeah, Newcastle that lost out on Ekitike, that is now going to lose Isak. Yeah, trying to get Jackson. Do you know what they're doing? Oh, we're going to get Pavlidis as well, the best striker at Benfica that scored goals against Barcelona. When Benfica are at one of their weakest positions because we're not the best team in Portugal, we'll go get your best striker. I told you can go get him if you really wanted him. They're about to sign him on a 5-year contract. I told man, but then they say, oh, there's no market opportunities. Don't talk to me about market opportunities, bro. A lot of the legends of this club, in recent times come from these farmers' leagues. Where did Vieira come from? Where did Bergkamp come from? Where did Thierry Henry come from? Where did Pires come from? Where did Ljungberg come from? Where did Diaby come from? Where did Alex Song come from? Where did Adebayor, Van Persie? Where did all these men come from? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not hearing any of it. And before we play the rest of the clip here, let me get through some of these super chats because they've been here for time. Big up Gianni every single time, man. Every single time. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Gianni.
Imagine if Wenger would have received £900 million starting the season we lost RVP. Wenger would have won way more titles. Disgraceful statement. Big up to you. Absolute facts. Absolute facts. But it's cool. They celebrate his titles, but then they undermine the man. It is what it is. Lynch, big up to you, bro, for the super chat. Big up Northside, DJB, and Shane.
Always.
Absolute legends. Keep up the good work. Big up the chat. All the regulars. Come on, you Gunners. Mikel Arteta out. Week 1 incoming. Bro, God willing. God willing, we can get this club back. You know what I'm saying? God willing. Big up to Lynch. Big up to Gianni for the super chats. And let's continue with
There has to be an element, even though it's preseason, this is still competitive football. You don't want your opponent.
Yeah. Have I froze? I think I froze.
Yeah, it's what you think.
Froze. Yeah. Me and Shane still there.
Right, let me reload this.
I thought you were going there as well, TJB. You were ghosting out there, man.
I'm waiting for the green screen. I've ordered a green screen. It's coming.
I got one and I set it up, and whatever way I had the lighting, it was worse. So I have to get the old kids to have a look at it, man. I have to get the kids to have a look at it. They're better with that shit than me.
We are back. Let's continue with the clip.
Everyone's saying preseason is, you need to see the performance. People are upset with the performances. And I'm just simply saying, I'm not looking at this preseason as performance-based, because I know what our starting 11 can do when they're playing together. And the bench players, I'm looking at them and I'm saying to myself, what can these squad players bring to the table? And that's where Norgard looks impressive. That's where Mascara looks decent. That's where some of these guys need to show me what they're capable of doing. Because Arteta said it himself, this preseason is not about seeing what our starting 11 can do. We've seen for the last 3 years what they can do. What it's about is getting these guys ready to go in the case that there's an emergency. They don't know what they're doing, and they're trying to figure out.
Norgard's look like one of your better players, bro. in the preseason. Norgard.
There has to be an element, even though it's preseason, this is still competitive football. You don't want your opponent to know exactly what you're going to do straight out the gate. I think a lot of people are saying, why
that literally makes no sense, bro. So what you saying? Like Arsenal for the first 10 games won't play properly just in case game 11 people can look back at the first 10 games.
No.
What are you saying here, bro?
The final preseason of the game, the final preseason game, you're going to see more or less what's going to be coming into that United game.
So where's the element of surprise then, if you're going to see it on Saturday?
Because we don't necessarily need to go out there and play our best.
Can I sorry, I think
be able to get ready for the first game of the season.
I
don't think you're wrong. Yes, there is certain things tactically that we need to address, but that is why he's putting out multiple different players to see what they have to bring to the table before we go and say these guys are our starting 11 going into next season. Everybody also has players who perform in preseason, who are superstars in preseason, but come first game of the season, you know they're running on the bench. They're not starting.
Can I? Sorry. So I've
No, it doesn't.
Oh my God!
You won a league title off the back of losing all your preseason games. What are you talking about?
But but you can see a sharpness and a fitness. You can see what I'm talking. I'm not on that performance.
Fit is subjective, though. Fit is subjective.
No,
you don't know if they're fit.
Declan Rice in the pre-season go.
You don't know if they're fit or not.
I'm with Brooks and Gallagher, man. Like
you don't know if they're fit or not.
Was one of the best midfielders in the league for the last 2 years running.
And he's gone fuck all.
But let's be honest. But let's
actually realize the
environment needs to change. You need a change
because of the difficulty of the level of opponent that we actually have in preseason. We're more prepared than other teams. Because look at it this way. Some teams are facing teams in Japan, teams in America. They're facing lower level teams in the league. We're facing some of the better teams across Europe. Tottenham, Newcastle, and friggin' AC Milan are some of the better quality teams across Europe. Don't get me wrong. It would be nice if we had a game where everything looked beautiful and we slapped somebody 5-0. But the overall performances we have to look at the quality of our opponent also in preseason. We're not facing bums. Some teams are facing Japanese teams slapping them 7-0. It's not the same.
I just want to pause it quickly there. We're losing to AC Milan. Where did they finish last season?
8th.
We are losing to Newcastle. We're supposed to be ahead of them. Our project's supposed to be ahead of Newcastle. And this is a Newcastle team that's got rich owners that were struggling to get Gordon over the line. Gordon. We've been breaking transfer records under this manager to get players in. We're almost closing on $1 billion. We are losing against Villarreal. They're not even bigger than Valencia. They don't have the amount of money to spend than Valencia. And let me remind you,
team, by the way, North. That was their B team as well.
But I'm talking about a Valencia team, not of the early 2000s that were winning major honors. I'm talking about a Valencia team, not with Rafa Benitez. I'm talking about a Valencia team that can't finish their stadium. A Valencia team that won Lim out. Go check it on the internet. They want their manager out. What are we talking about here? We are going up against opposition that spend a fraction of what we spend. Opposition that are not the best within their respective leagues. And we're losing. But I'm supposed to believe, DJB is supposed to believe, Shane's supposed to believe that all of a sudden, but look at the opposition that we're facing. This is opposition that we're supposed to be beating. You man were celebrating because we beat Real Madrid. We can't beat Villarreal. You man said that PSG is a walk in the park. We couldn't beat Newcastle. What are we doing here? Yes, it's better opposition than some of the other teams that are facing. The difference is we're losing to opposition we're supposed to be beating based on money spent. You man judge Man City on all their trophies based on money spent. You man are going to say that Liverpool are going to win the league again based on money spent. So if we're going to go on based on money spent, we're outspending these teams and we're losing to them. So what's the excuse? What's the excuse then? Because you might make it seem like whoever spends more money is better and should be winning major. Why are we not beating these teams then? Because we're outspending them. I don't know. You man, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm going crazy, bro.
No, I mean this is crazy because what he's saying there is it just none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense, and he's just going around in circles with it. We're going into the last game pre-season before we play Man United, and as I said, what's he going to start with? Does anyone know what team's going to start tomorrow? What's he going to? He should really be starting with a team that he's going to face Man United with.
Yeah.
This should be a real dress rehearsal and a performance that is going to give us the confidence to go to Old Trafford and get 3 points. Not all this about experimenting and getting some ideas about this and ideas about that. He's had his ideas. Apparently he's a top 5 manager. He should have all the ideas now, shouldn't he? He should have all the answers. He should have all the systems in place. He should know what these players are going to do. According to him, he's top 5 manager in world football. Where's the evidence for that? I don't know where the evidence is. And then, it's craziness. It's craziness. See, the problem is now, what I think the real problem is now is that we are just not got the squad. And I hate to say it, we've got the squad to perhaps on certain levels to compete at certain times. But on the whole, on the bigger picture, we are well short of what Liverpool have got. I think if Man City click, we're well short of Man City. So now it's kind of like, we've the players we've signed, we've had to get the depth and the expectations are not there. So they're already making excuses by saying, I just want to compete for the Premiership.
Yep.
So now it's like, well, we have competed. We finished 3rd. We've competed. We've only, we're 5 points behind Man City, who finished 2nd. We're only 7 points behind Liverpool. We've competed. So the excuses are there before the ball's even kicked. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. And I can't wait. I can't wait because those first 6 games that we've got, Man United away, Leeds at home is going to be tough because Leeds have got nothing to lose. Yeah, they can slip up because they've still got plenty of season left for recovery. They're on that's like a shot to nothing, that game at the Emirates for them. So that's going to be tough. And again, we don't normally play well first home game of the season. Forest is going to be tough. Liverpool, Anfield, no, not getting anything there. Newcastle away. So we're going to see really, really early on how this pre-season has worked out. Because for me, if I was the manager of Arsenal football team now, watching those players and pre-season, I'd be worried. I'd be thinking like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And this guy can't do anything. This guy's just going to set up the same way. As soon as that ball gets kicked, tomorrow against Man United, whatever, you will know in the first 5-10 minutes how the game's going to go. Our Arsenal's set up. The first 3 games of the season will be how we're going to play for the rest of the season. And the tactics have got to change. And I've said this time and time again, got to change the tactics. We've got to be more creative. But I'm with Shane. What players have we brought into the team for that creativity? Where's the creativity going to come from? Okay, Saka might bring a bit in certain games. And we might beat teams we might have the odd game where we slap up teams. But the whole season, game in, game out, I just can't see it. I just can't see it. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, guys. I really hope I'm wrong. I hope we can do something special, but I just can't see it. I just can't see it.
Facts.
I'm tired, man. I'm.
As he froze again, Shane.
He froze again. Froze again. Just as he went to talk.
He's tired. Yeah, that's the look. That's the look right there. Yeah.
He's falling asleep. Look, he's falling asleep. He's that tired. He's falling asleep.
That's the look right there, Shane.
You're gonna have to go back out, back in again, North.
Back
but
out,
DJB,
back in.
you're not far wrong. I mean, there is nothing to get excited for. There's nothing to get excited for. And those first 6 games, he's going to be found out. Like Kenny Kent said, this every game this season is like a cup final, right? Every game for this manager is like a cup final. 100%. And we've seen this manager under pressure. He can't handle it. Can't handle it. He'll make silly decisions. He'll say silly things in press conferences when the media finally start to turn on him, because that's what I've been saying since I started this channel. I was saying when we first met, we said about we've never seen a manager so protected, right? Never seen a manager so protected. But finally, you're seeing little hints of it on TalkSport and things like that, where they're saying, right, now he's got to win and now he's got to do. So finally, they're starting to put a bit of pressure on him. And when that gets turned up, when the heat gets turned up a little bit, especially in those first few games, you're going to see this guy crumbling. You know, you're back, North. You froze just as he said. I'm tired. It froze on you.
It's tiring. It's wearing. It's wearing. It's wearing. Very tiring,
man. Maybe StreamYards are tettering. It's getting tired of us talking about
mutants,
this manager out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the owner of StreamYard is Arteta in.
We could all be proven wrong. He could win the Premiership. We could get to the Champions League final, and it could all be rosy in the garden. But if I was a betting man,
it's like nah.
It ain't happening, man.
I'm just trying to. You know, I'm just trying to.
You know what, DJB? You've been supporting this club probably the longest out of the 3 of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do? And I'm going to ask Shane the same question as well. What do you do away from this football club? Because I like going out, and I like going to Latin clubs. I like going to the Dominican club. I like going to the Colombian club. Yeah. I like going to the Portuguese club. I like to dance. I like to interact with women. It really gets my mind off of this club when I interact with women. You know, I like dancing with women. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
To disconnect from this club. Because when I'm around women, they never ask me Arteta in, Arteta out. They never tell me is yours gold. They never ask me trust the process. You know what I'm saying? I just like to be around women in my spare time. It really takes my mind off it. Or going on a holiday. What do you guys like to do to get your mind off of this club?
Me? I like cycling. I like doing my I like getting out there, getting out in the open, getting out in the fresh air, doing my cycling stuff. Obviously, I work, but yeah, man. And I do my thing on a Wednesday. I do my martial arts on a Wednesday, and just switch off. Just have to switch off, because you have to. But the problem is, right, when you've been supporting a football club for all these years, even though you're doing other things and you're going gym, I'm doing my martial arts, I'm going cycling, I'm seeing my boys, I'm seeing my family and stuff like that, and doing all the good things and working. The trouble is, when it gets to about Wednesday, Wednesday evening, it comes in again. That Arsenal vibe starts to come in again. You start looking ahead to the weekend. Who we got? Who we going to play? Who's fit? Who's this? Who's that? What's the manager going to do? So it's in you. You can't. It's always, no matter what you do, you're thinking about your football all the time, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but I do try and switch off. Obviously, I do try and switch off. As for the women's side of things, North, well, I might pop down to Tesco's and bump into someone with a trolley or something.
Old school, man.
I might accidentally go. Oh, sorry. Can you reach that, darling? Let me get that off the top shelf for you. And none of your levels, all this calypso and all of this. I might have to just accidentally ram me trolley into someone. Sorry, love. Offer to carry some shopping bags to the car park or something. That's my levels now. But. Yeah, man. I just, it is difficult. I tell you what I wanted. I'll be honest with you, right? I really thought that last season, and this is probably why I'm a little bit flat. I really thought that last season was the final kind of nail in Arteta's coffin, really, because I was thinking that if he doesn't win anything like the season just gone, I thought that would be it. I thought that he would not get another chance, that they were going to get a new sporting director in. There was going to be money to spend. And I thought that the owners were going to turn around and go, right, that's it. New sporting director. Here's the money. Players, new manager. That's the vision I had if he didn't win anything. And then when he kind of got another season and Berta came in, and I'm thinking the manager's going to go again, he's going to go again, and it's like, oh my God, it's like living next door to that neighbour when you think he's going to put his house up for sale, that annoying neighbour, and you're thinking, yeah, he'll be gone by Christmas, and January comes and he's still there. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh no. So I'm really surprised. To be honest, I'm really surprised he's got another season, because I don't know any other club the size of Arsenal that would tolerate this. I really don't know. I don't even think Liverpool now would keep a manager more than 5 seasons without winning anything. I don't even think Man United would. Chelsea definitely won't. If whatever manager comes into Man City after Pep, I reckon he's only going to have about a shelf life of about 5 years to see how he goes. There's not many clubs nowadays keep managers longer than 5-6 years without winning anything.
Yeah.
So I'm really surprised he's still at the club. And listen, I just need a change. I just need a change of management. And I think you'll start seeing the players as well come about Christmas time. If things ain't going right, you'll see the body language of the players will change. Because let's face it, players need different ideas as well. Players, sometimes it kind of gives the players a lift. You're seeing different things. You're seeing different things on the training field, different ideas, and they get their mojo back, and they get that kind of buzz back again. But when they're seeing the same tactics and hearing the same voice, and they're being told to play the same systems, and nothing's changing, the players must get fed up with it, because we do as fans. So the players must go, oh God, I've got to get up and go to work. That job that you've had before, and you get up and you think, oh, I really don't want to go to work today. I really can't be bothered. And you force yourself in. I can imagine some of the players being like that, thinking, oh, fuck, I've got to go down to London Colney now. I can't be asked.
Listen to this twat.
He's going to ask me to do these long throw-ins, and I can't be doing with it.
Yeah, I hear it. It's like the guys that go to the pub, after work on a Friday because they're trying to avoid going back to the missus.
To the missus.
Yeah. One more pint. Please, one more pint.
DJB, stay out, man. I get your pint.
Yeah, I've got to go, honestly. Come on, we'll go for a curry. No, I'll go on.
Shane. DJB going. Shane, you're staying out, innit? You're staying out.
So that's what I do. That's what I do to switch off. Bump into ladies at Tesco's to try and win them over, and ride my bike, do my martial arts, and enjoy life. That's it.
It is what it is, man. I want to take up boxing because I've always liked to fight. Not that I ever went looking for fights, but I like fighting.
Yeah,
I really enjoy fighting, and I just every time women and fighting with my biggest.
I don't enjoy fighting men, but you know what I mean.
Nah, I love fighting. I don't go looking for it, yeah, but when I get it, I'm like, yes, I can feel, you know what I mean? But then when you get older, when you start hitting 18, 19, then you start your apprenticeship, then you start doing things, when you start investing, you got too much to lose to go, to get into fights. Then you're like, listen, leave me alone. I don't care what it looks like. I got too much to lose, innit? When you get older, it's like I'm trying to avoid it. I'm not trying to. When you're younger, you're like, yeah, all right, cool. You know what I mean? But I can't lie. Boxing, yeah. I enjoyed it. I like fighting. I can't lie. I do like fighting. I'll be honest with you. I like fighting, man. I like getting the stress out. You know what I said? But it's one of those things. Shane, what do you do? What do you do to get away from the club and
I don't be sharking the oils like DJB anymore. I've been with my missus about 20 years now, so that those days are gone for me, man. We've been with each other a long time. But the thing is, I struggle to switch off from this club. They're always on my mind, and I don't want to, and to the point where it annoys me sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm constantly thinking about it when it's good or bad. And then with my missus, she's an Arsenal fan as well, and quite a heavy, big into Arsenal. So even if I want to escape, I end up talking to her about it. Then I'll finish the stream and start talking to her about it as well. You know what I mean? But I've got my gym outside. I like going out there using the heavy bag. I do a good bit of workout, sort of four days a week, maybe. Nothing heavy, just keep yourself in a bit of shape. You know what I mean? So that, and I read a bucket load. I write as well. I like to write. That's my job as well, as writing for people. So and it's a job that I love because it's something I do for free anyway. So I'm quite lucky in that. But yeah, hang around with the family, friends. I try to stay sociable. As I said with one of my mates today, I'll always make an effort to go out and see friends several times a week. I think you can get very easy just to stay at home and not bother anymore with texting and stuff like that. Nah, man, go out and fucking meet them face to face. I had to drive out it was close to an hour round trip today, but I hadn't seen her in ages, so go out, have a coffee. So mainly staying sociable, reading, writing, exercising, family. I'll be busy, a busy man, and I'd have it no other way. If I'm not busy, I kind of lose my mind, or I feel guilty, if I'm sitting around doing nothing. But this club is always there. My L one sat me down when I was about 14 and said, it's getting too much of an obsession now, because I'd thrown up when Naeem scored. That when that happened, I threw up on the floor. Said, this is going too far. You're too into it. And I just said to her mum, I can't change now, and she went, right, fair enough. You know what I mean? But that would be the thing. Music, of course. I love music as well, man. All types of music. All types of music. Mostly older music, to be fair, but
not Northside type of music, though, Shane. I can't listen.
Oh man, no, I'd be listening to. I'd have a very a big eclectic collection of old school R&B, old school rap, and all that. But mostly be rock for me, to be fair. But I'd listen to anything. But yeah, man, mostly family, reading, writing, exercise.
Shane, do you like Red Hot Chili Peppers? Do you like Red Hot?
Yeah, some of their. Do you know what? They're a band to me that, if you take about 2 songs off every album, you'd make an amazing album. Okay. You know what I mean? They have a lot of filler. They have a lot of filler on their albums. They have a lot of filler on their albums for me.
I like individual songs.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic was a great album. That was a great album.
Yeah,
but then after that, they're kind of filler.
I actually like Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's a lot. I remember I was doing my driving lesson, and this guy was playing Pink Floyd. I was like, get this
unbelievable
shit off the radio, bro.
Oh, come on, man. They are unbelievable. They are
unbelievably bad. I'm like, take this.
Man. You have to listen to their album from start to finish. You have to listen to the whole album. It all links up.
Well, I hate every single Pink Floyd tune. And he looked at me and he's playing Pink Floyd. I said to him,
Pink Floyd are the business, man. Pink Floyd are the business.
He turned to me, goes, what? You're going to get your license and then what? You're going to play that boom boom shit down my road? And I was like,
yeah. Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers. What a tune.
That's a good song. That's what I mean. Their albums are, Scar Tissue, I think, would be one of my favorite songs of theirs. So. That's a tune.
Yeah, but Red Hot Chili Peppers, nah. Oasis, I like Oasis.
That would be close to my obsession now with music, to be fair.
I like Oasis, but these are tunes that I kind of got into when I was in trade. because then I was around that kind of music because I didn't grow up.
I was the
around
same in the
that kind of
kitchens when I was chefing because different people would take over the music. And
Yeah.
you get to hear everything then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But do you know what it was? Yeah, when I was driving home, like in the van, when I used to be like out and about and installing boilers, it was like Magic FM or Smooth FM. That was the
Oh,
radio
yeah.
station I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I used to love it.
I like my music. I like my music. Paul
But
Paul Weller's my idol.
Paul Weller's the businessman. One of the best dressers out there as well.
Paul Weller's my idol. And
stylish motherfucker. Stylish motherfucker. See, I like if I'm in a rock band, I want the front man to be cool as fuck. Like that's important to me with a rock band. How they look as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the early Kings of Leon, but the later ones when they sold out, not so much. But if I was driving out there today, and there was everything from the Prodigy to Tupac to Oasis to the Beatles. Everything was playing because I just have a mix of everything I like.
Different.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Everything would be coming on. Everything would be coming on. The Prodigy's like their album music for the children's generation's a masterpiece. It's an actual from start to finish. That album is unbelievable. But I'd have vinyl and stuff downstairs as well. You know what I mean? I have all the Doors albums on vinyl. Most of the Beatles albums on vinyl and stuff like that too. Led Zeppelin. The classics, man. The classics.
I don't know. Like, to me, it depends on my mood. It depends on my mood because
very depends on my mood, man.
It depends on my mood.
If I'm having a shower, like it's got to be a bit of R&B.
What do you play if
Arsenal
win?
You got to be moving in the shower, man.
If Arsenal win,
what's a tune that you would bang out if Arsenal put in a brilliant
North London Forever?
Eh?
I can't
North
lie.
London Forever.
Are you mad? Are you crazy? That's
I had Arteta up. He had the speakers out because I got 1.5 acres. They had the speakers playing. You'll never walk alone. They were training out there, getting ready for.
At the moment, I listen when I watch Arsenal play. I play a lot of Kylie Minogue. I'm spinning around.
That's where Odegaard, man. The human foosball table, man.
Yeah, Kylie Minogue.
Oh mate, honestly,
I don't know about that. I can't lie. I gotta be real. Like I listen to a lot of Kizomba from Angola, Cape Verde, Mozambique, the African countries. That's the best Portuguese music. I listen to a lot of salsa, whether from Puerto Rico or from Colombia.
That's driving music, though. That is good driving music.
Yeah,
that's dancing music. I can't lie, man. My second love is dancing. I love dancing, man.
Yeah, that's happy dancing.
My missus went to college for that. Before
man, that's what I like, man. Or I'll play some Dominican music, whether it's bachata. I like Dominican bachata. You know what I mean? Romeo Santos. Or I'll play some dembow. That kind of sounds a bit like reggaeton. Or I'll play some I like Latin rap. It just really depends what mood I'm in. Like it just really depends. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just want to play Oasis, or I want to play I like Oasis. Sometimes I want to play. I had some friends, and I remember one of them. He was playing Slipknot. I'm I couldn't get into that. Slipknot.
No, that sort of rocky, over the top rock is not
Black Sabbath. I know. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, and you know what I mean, all them man there. But I can't listen. I can't get into that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Latinos do rap, bro. They do rap, and Spanish rap actually sounds very good. Dominicans love rap.
Yeah. My mate sent me
they're actually very good at. They're very good at rap. If you understand what they're saying, they're very good at rapping. But sometimes I just want to listen to hip hop. Sometimes R&B. I do like slow jams. I do like. Sometimes I want to listen to slow stuff. So I'll listen to Joe, or I listen to. I can't listen to R. Kelly. He ruined it now. You know what I mean? I can't listen to R. Kelly anymore.
I'm the same, isn't it? That's so weird when that happens, and you're like, I can't listen to him anymore.
Eminem, no, I hate Eminem. I hate Eminem. I completely hate Eminem.
Ruined rap.
I can't stand that. It don't touch my soul. Do you
know
what?
Rap from the 80s up to about 96. Rap.
The only rap music I like is the Sugar Hill Gang. That's it.
They're the bollocks, man.
No,
there has been some in the last sort of 20 years. MF Doom is really good. He's really
MF Doom is sick. MF Doom is sick.
He's really good.
What I like when my mum first came to England in '86, my mum was listening to. She was already listening to it in Portugal. She listened to ballads. So I've got a massive love for ballads, American
You
ballads.
can't beat a
My mum
ballad,
was
man.
singing
Oh, yeah.
ballads and she was butchering every single word. And then she'll be like, "What's that song?" Yeah, and then she'll sing it. I'm like, "Mum, what the fuck are you even saying? Like, there's not even English words. You know what I mean?"
I went to see The Prodigy with my mum. I went to see The
With your
Prodigy
mum?
with my mum. Yeah, she loves The Prodigy. And this is only about 10 years ago, right? And she looks like a granny. Like, right? So we went to watch The Prodigy. And I was there drinking. It was back when I drank, I was drinking, and my mum was there with a fucking backpack with sandwiches in it, man. Everybody peeled off their face, man, all around us. I'm there with my mum.
Oh, that's brilliant.
She always wanted to see them. She loves them. She loves them.
Big
so she
up
wanted to see them.
Shane's
So
mum,
I'll bring
man.
you, mum. I'll bring you. Don't you worry. I'll bring you, mumsy.
If I really want to just
do a Prodigy out.
Because she
tune,
has it blaring in the car now. She's in her 70s. She have it pumping out of the car. She loves it.
I absolutely love them old school ballads, bro. Love them.
Oh, they're
Because
brilliant,
my mum used to play them when she's cleaning up the house.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? You know that song? You light up another cigarette and so do I. You see that kind of music, yeah? Let me tell you something, chat, yeah. Good music, bro. It's just good music, bro.
It don't die, does it?
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
bro.
it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm saying don't box
like
your
Amazing
mind.
Grace. Amazing Grace just gets covered every few years. Someone will cover that.
Motown, jazz funk.
Motown's brilliant,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I like. But
man, all the Howlin' Wolf and all them, man. Fucking brilliant, man.
Like
Muddy Waters.
stylistics, all of them, man.
God love Muddy Waters as well.
The one I can't get into though is Prince. I don't like Prince.
Prince
is brilliant, man.
Yeah, but
he is fucking talented.
I'm telling you now, I went to see Prince.
I've heard it's unbelievable, DJ.
Right,
I
went and saw Prince, open-minded. Love Prince.
Unbelievable.
That guy
crazy,
came on the stage and he rapped out electric guitar, played electric guitar.
One of the best guitar players of all time. He doesn't get enough credit for it.
Then he put the electric guitar down. He put out an acoustic guitar, played that. Then he can play the drums.
Yeah.
Then he went on the piano and played that. And I'm thinking, this is a proper musician. Say what you like about.
He's unbelievable. His songs are great as well, though. He's done every genre.
Single
every
instrument. Genre. That guy rattled something out: piano, drums, guitars, everything. So he can write. He writes his own songs. He can sing. Very talented man. Very, very talented.
I like what I like. I don't care where you're from.
Prince is unbelievable, man. You haven't listened to him properly because if he covers every genre, so surely one of the genres he covered.
I don't like Prince, bro. I don't like any of it. I know he changed into Symbol. I don't. My
Purple
mum.
Rain. How can you not like Purple?
I don't like Purple Rain. Turn it off.
Oh man.
DJ feels like that. Down. No, but we're a tear out. We agree on everything. Apparently, we agree on everything. I don't like it. I don't like it. When I hear Purple Rain, I'm like, why is this song so big? I don't get it. Like, I don't like it, bro.
I don't like. I mean, I admire him, and I think he's a legendary, and I admire him. But I just can't listen to him, and I can't watch him. Elton John. Never been able to listen to a man like.
I went to see him live with my mum as well, actually.
No, can't.
No, I like Elton John. I can't lie.
He's unbelievable live, man.
Tina Turner's another one. I can't listen to her.
A few ballads there, man. And the legs on that woman. Don't care what age she is, man. She's still good.
Yeah, but listen,
there's some proper bands out there.
He's a great artist. I like Elton. I can't lie about it. You know what I mean? I know he's a bit of a batty man, but nah, bro, his music is good. Even George Michael. George Michael's so big.
George Michael, man.
There's a salsa, you know where Careless Whispers? There's a salsa song that's an anthem for Latin people. Every time you go to the Colombian club,
George Michael,
they do Careless Whispers, and it's actually a very you know the original. If I play the salsa version, you'll be like, yo, that's. When I heard it, I'm like, yo, Careless Whispers. I never heard Careless Whispers like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really?
But that's an.
That's nice when it gets mashed up like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, George Michael was a fucking. He was a dude, man. He had a great. Even Wham. But if you hear the stuff before Wham, when he was trying to make it as a musician, it was all guitar music. Like he was he was wanted to be a rock star.
I had a great voice. Brilliant.
They just sort of pushed him into the whole pop thing. But you gotta love a bit of George,
some of his albums, Listen Without Prejudice and all of that, were just amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, fantastic, George Michael. But there's some good. I mean, Bowie was legendary as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
David Bowie was just incredible.
I can't lie. I don't know if you lot saw the movie, Amy Winehouse movie. The woman that played that movie did such a good job, man, of replicating
brilliant.
Amy.
Absolutely brilliant.
I was
the documentaries.
I love Amy Winehouse, man. I love that.
She's
I love the fact that she's rough, ghetto, Camden. You know what I mean? Trashy. Yeah, but her voice, bro. My favorite song for her is "Love Is a Losing Game." I think.
It's unbelievable. Yeah,
great.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Mark Ronson produced that album, that Back to Black album, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I think they doubled up the microphones for the drums. It was something simple. They just added a second microphone, and it just gave it that dirty sort of clubby sound to it. That's unbelievable. That album's fucking perfect. I have that on vinyl actually. That album from start to finish is unbelievable, man. And then you hear her talk, and you go, it just shows that it doesn't really matter where you're from, man. If you got that soul in you, it'll come out. It doesn't matter where you're fucking from.
Who your Irish band you like?
The Wolf Tones, the Dubliners. So like a bit of that old school, you know. Get it into you. That's my dad. I grew up. My dad listened to all the Irish trad music, Dubliners, Christy Moore, people like that, the Pogues, and then my L1 my L1 gave me David Bowie. She was obsessed with the Beatles, stuff like that. So I got all that sort of music from her, and then my dad gave me all the Irish traditional music, and then I found my own way. And then when I started listening to the Prodigy at 13, I think I brought music for the Jilted generation. My mum came in, what's that? I thought she was going to go, turn that down. She turn that up. I was like, oh, fair enough.
I know, Shane, you're Irish. I'm going to ask both of you. My grandma, her favorite artist is Julia Iglesias. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's in Spanish, but my grandma, she should get down her radio. You know them like circular radios back in the day? You got the cassette player, you got the CD player on top.
Yeah.
She had a whole drawer of all her discs, all her Julia Iglesias every
I can be a hero, baby. Oh, that shit, man.
Enrique Iglesias, bro, you're nothing like your dad. You know what I'm saying? But that guy there, he was a gallus, bro. He was getting all the baddies back in the day, bro. I'm telling you.
He was an old school crooner, man. Old school crooner.
I dropped my grandma to the concert. He played in England. I think this was like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. And she's like, I'm gonna listen to Julia Iglesias. Bro, the way she was melting, I'm like, you know, my granddad's there. You know what I'm saying? The way you're going on right now. You know what I mean? Can you calm down right now? She's like, no, nobody sings that. You know, he had the little curtain hairstyle, the little suit. Bro, that guy there in his day,
good looking guy.
That guy was a pimp, man. You know,
they were back in the day because there was they weren't getting caught on camera. They were just banging everything in sight, man.
Yeah, bro, but his music
was the same.
His music, he was a great singer, man. I don't know if you lot listen to it, Sean, DJ B, I don't know, but bro,
I've listened
to his music. Yeah, anyone that ain't listened to it, you listen to Julia Iglesias, bro. Great music, bro. Great singer. I think he was supposed to be a goalkeeper for Real Madrid, didn't it? He was supposed to be a goalkeeper for Real Madrid.
Oh, is that it? Is it?
Yeah, I think he was a goalkeeper for Real Madrid. Yeah. I didn't think he made it all the way up, but he was a goalkeeper for Real Madrid.
His son can sing a bit as well, can't he?
Yeah, not the same.
Yeah, but he's a bit like Mikel, isn't it? Not as good as the original.
Yeah.
He's the one
for my Ellen. My Ellen was like that with David Bowie.
Top five. He's top five. He's
like she used to just say that she'd leave my dad on the spot if Bowie propositioned her. I remember her talking about when she was young. She goes, "Oh, there was this guy I used to fancy. He lived near me. He looked just like David Bowie. He wore his makeup the same and everything." It's like, right, times have changed. Well, now they're back again. They're back again now.
Exactly.
Did you not like disco music? I listen to disco music playing Grand Theft Auto, Vice City.
No, there's some disco tunes, man.
They saved my
old
life.
School,
I like that
old
song.
school jazz, funk, soul, disco. Yeah, I love it.
And then it all morphed into punk and stuff like that as well. All the punk is all comes from reggae, like, you know what I mean? That's all. They all link to each other. You do a
Northern
punk.
soul,
if you listen to the bass of punk, it's really reggae. Like.
Yeah, Northern soul.
Northern soul, man, that would be up there for me. That would be very high on my list of genres that I like.
Yeah. So Northern soul, that kind of stuff. Then I got into the Weller and the mod movement.
Any of that Sun Studio stuff from back with Elvis and all them as well. The Sun Studio stuff is amazing as well.
Then I got into the jam and all of that. I got into a bit of ska music. So yeah, you know, all good stuff. All good stuff. But yeah, I do.
It's mad though, isn't it? But when you hear a song from, you know, when you were a kid or something like that, and you almost feel like that moment in time, not even just, do you know what I mean? It could be something from when you were 6 or 7, and you go, you're right back inside the car with your owl lad, or whenever you did hear it. It's mad the power it can have to do that. It can drag you right back to a certain time. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable.
But it's funny how a lot of artists, like, I mean, I'm talking about the classic Motown stuff, like the Stevie Wonder and all of that. It's just timeless, isn't it?
Absolutely timeless. Yeah.
But whether you, another band though, whether you like them or not, whether you hate them, you have to take your hats off to the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger.
Oh, they're unbelievable, yeah, unbelievable.
Still doing it. I mean, they finished their world tour, didn't they, last year?
That's another one.
In their 80s.
It's always the last one.
In their 80s, and he's still.
Oh, sure. Mick Jagger's fitness obsessed. He is, man. That guy's mad into his fitness. Jagger.
Oh yeah, he's big Arsenal fan as well, isn't he?
Mm.
Massive Arsenal fan. But the Stones, man, are just like incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah. I've never seen them. I'd love to. I've always wanted to go and see them, but
I haven't seen him either. I saw Paul McCartney live. That was unbelievable.
I like Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I saw him live. It was unbelievable. Like 2.5 hours they played, and I remember he stopped to play. You know that song, Blackbird singing and rocking a guitar, right? But he stopped to play that, and I think he played it after like Hey Jude as well, when the stadium was going nuts. And he stopped to play that, and it's the only time I've been at a big stadium concert like that where everyone just fell silent. There was nobody talking or anything through it. He was just plucking a guitar, singing a song. It was one of the weirdest things, just the respect of him singing it. I was like, fuck me, man. But I was so glad because he played yesterday. He played all the big ones, you know what I mean? And because I'd be Beatles obsessed now. And he played all of that. And then he, that's crazy. I'm so glad I went to see him. So glad I went. He only really seems to play South America and stuff now, though. I think they get a lot more out of the ticket sales or something in South America.
Yeah, you got level in the chat there, level 42. Remember them? Seen them, level 42. Yeah, see them when they first come out.
Yeah, man. Did you lot like the Gorillas?
Yeah, the first album's brilliant.
Gorillas, yeah.
MF Doom's on the first album, actually.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, back in the day, on Sky would put MTV. So then with MTV, you'd hear different music. You wouldn't just hear hip hop, R&B.
And you'd have to wait for it to come back around as well for a song you wanted.
So then I'd hear Gorillas. I'd hear some of the artists that you're talking about. VH1. You guys remember VH1?
That was the older rock. That was the older rock and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I used to love watching like VH1, and they used to do documentaries on certain bands. Certain bands I didn't even like hear. Like that's how I got to know about Nirvana. I didn't know about Nirvana, and then I heard what was it? Teenage what?
Like Teen Spirit.
That's it.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Bro, I was like, I'm not.
That album, that's one of the best albums ever made.
Nirvana. Oh man,
never mind. That album's one of the best albums ever made.
Yeah, but I can't lie. Some of these artists, I'm gonna be real, chat. Yeah, I'm looking at them like, I'm gonna be real right now. Why do white people love this? And I'm like, what's so? I don't know.
It's got it there. Look, there's never mind there. Look.
Hang on,
I can't lie. Nirvana,
there it is.
I liked it, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, brilliant, man.
Album. What's
3 chords? Yeah, no, that album from start to finish is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
I can't lie. There's a lot of artists and genres that I'm like, nah, that's not what I'm into. And then I heard the music because it was on back in the. You guys know back in the day, but this is before AOL. This is before AOL, internet, and
there's an album.
You know what I mean? You're on the TV and you gotta hear what you gotta hear, or you gotta wait for your tune to come back round. And I'm like, yo, I can't lie. I like Nirvana, bro. I'd never expected to like Nirvana, bro. I'll be honest with you. I was waiting to cuss it. I liked it.
No, Nirvana, never mind. The album's amazing. Amazing.
Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms, one of the best
Dire Straits. I'm not a Dire Straits fan. I'm not a Dire Straits fan.
I don't know any of their tunes. I don't know.
Tesco music, man. It's Tesco music. That's what it is. They play this music they play in Tesco. There's a band called Pink Floyd. They're brilliant, man. There's a band called the Shags, right? They're from the 70s or 60s or 70s. They're 3 girls, right? And their dad never let them listen to music growing up. He was really religious. But then I think the Beach Boys and all the 60s took off. So he said, right, I'm going to make money out of the girls in a band, right? So he bought them guitars and drums and stuff like that, rented a recording studio and sent them in to record songs when they'd never played instruments or heard music before. And it's on Spotify and stuff like that. It's really fucking unsettling. It's really unsettling listening to it because none of it goes together, right? So they're just like playing guitars and hitting the drums and singing about cars and stuff like that. And it's really unsettling because it doesn't go together. You know what I mean? I'm surprised it hasn't been used in movies and stuff like that for an unsettling scene. But it's mad to listen to it. Like none of it works, and it makes you feel, and I don't know what it is about it, man, but it's really weird. But their dad, they'd never heard music, and they went in to play the Cheeky Girls. Wasn't that they were the did they do the Eurovision or something? Was that them? There's been some terrible that Eurovision, man. There's been
terrible. We had the Cheeky Girls. That song's annoying.
Terrible.
That song is fucking annoying.
Tears for Fears. Yeah, some 80s stuff was good, man.
Tears for Fears are very good. Tears for Fears are very good.
80s was a good year for
yeah, there was some terrible music in it though, and then the stuff that was good.
There was some good stuff, wasn't there?
You guys remember Top of the Pops?
Yeah. Top of the Pops. Yeah, Top of the Pops is great.
Pops were lit. I can't lie, listen, if you ain't from that generation, go on YouTube. They still got clips of Top of the Pops. Top of the Pops was good, bro. I can't lie to you. I can't lie.
It's hard to watch it now, though. It's just with fucking Jimmy Savile on it, though, isn't it?
You can't watch it now with him on it. No way.
You can't watch it.
Don't watch it now. Don't watch it now. Don't watch it now.
Don't watch it now. No.
These guys are ruining it for us, man.
When you know what you know, man.
Do you guys like Ed? I really like Ed Sheeran.
Can't stand him.
You can't.
Who?
Ed Sheeran.
No, I'm not an Ed Sheeran fan.
No, I like Ed Sheeran.
I admire Ed Sheeran.
Well, this is a
good songwriter, but
he's not a good song, but he's good at writing catchy songs. But I mean, catchy songs are.
Yeah. There's a lot of modern music that I can't.
No, it's very hard for me.
One I don't like is James Capaldi. I was in the car. I had my niece there.
Lewis Capaldi,
whatever his name. Yeah,
they're all singing that way now. I hate the way they all sing now. They all sing like they have fucking plums in their mouth.
Nah, I don't like this.
Can't stand that guy, man.
Yeah,
my niece
looks like fucking Chewbacca. I can't stand
Lewis Capaldi. I had to stop the car. I said, "Listen,
I can't. It infuriates me."
We ain't playing no Lewis Capaldi in my car. I told her straight. I had to talk to her. She was 3 years old. I said to her, "Listen, let me talk to you right now. Yeah, I'm your uncle, but don't take the piss in it. We ain't playing no Lewis Capaldi in the car.
No,
am I a dickhead?
I can't. I actually get angry. I actually get angry this.
The back of my black head, they're gonna know who I am, and I'm playing Lewis Capaldi, my prick. I said, no. I didn't tell her my prick, but I told her in other words. I said, listen, I ain't gonna say it. I was like, listen, we ain't bumping no Lewis Capaldi. And she's like, oh, Lewis Capaldi. I said, I don't care what your mum's telling you, we ain't playing no Lewis Capaldi in this car. I don't care. If you want to cry, I'll take you home, but we're not playing Lewis. Imagine me bumping Lewis Capaldi. Both of you be like, is that North? Like, what's it?
Yeah, what's happened to him? There's a band over here called Picture This that sing that way as well. They all do that, man.
That's what you need. Going down a Calypso bar with the old Capaldi t-shirt on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Chewbacca.
She was trying to take away my street cred. I was like, no, listen,
we ain't doing a t-shirt on.
You know what I said to her? I said, we have to go back to basics. We're playing some Kizomba. We're playing some Semba. We're playing some Angola music, because right now, I said to her, you need to learn how to dance as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the way you're moving right now. I told her mum as well, my sister, she's my older sister's kid. I told her off. I said, don't be teaching the kid about Lewis Capaldi. That ain't no music. She's like, but she likes it. I don't care if she likes it. Yeah, Lewis Capaldi. Nah, bro, come on, man. Nah. Sade. That is my babe.
That is it. I've just had to answer the lynch. I've just had to answer. Sade is just
Sade. That is my baby, bro.
Incredible.
When I can't sleep, I play Sade because her voice, everything.
Your love is king. Oh man.
Drowning in my arms. Your love is king.
I love Sade. Yeah.
What a tune, man. You know what I'm saying? What a tune. Bro, my older sister put me on Sade. She played it one time, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, what's that tune?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was that tune? Wait, hold on. I got
Lynch is my guy, man. He even likes the same music as me, which is like quality.
Oh, Lynch is a dude, man. Lynch is a dude.
What's the Irish band, Shane? I can't think of them, Shane. The Irish band, the sisters and the one brother.
Oh, the Chords. The Chords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet is
I
Taboo.
quite like them, you know.
Sweet is Taboo. I love that tune. You know what I mean? Sade, Sweet is Taboo. And I like By Your Side. That's a very nice song as well. By Your Side.
Yeah.
Sade, man. What a fucking voice, man. I'm gonna listen
Nina
to
Simone
Sade
as well.
after
Nina
this stream.
Simone's amazing.
I'm listening to Sade after this stream. That's an artist I could just always play. I just love
Cranberries.
that.
The Cranberries were very good. Yeah, the Cranberries.
Cranberries are good. Yeah.
Who's that?
The Cranberries. You don't know the Cranberries?
No.
Zombie.
No.
You must know the Cranberries, man. No,
Nah.
Jesus. They're massive in America. Proper Irish singer.
Both of you send me some tunes on WhatsApp, and I'll actually listen to it. And I'll give my own.
You must know the Cranberries. If I send you Linger or Zombie, I'm sure you.
David Gray.
David Gray. He kind of grates on me, man. He kind of grates on me, that guy.
Does he? I like David.
That White Ladder album was decent, but yeah, no. Do you know? Yeah, so I saw him live. Funny enough, saw him live at a Electric Picnic or one of those festivals, and it was off me rocker on the old. I won't say it, but we were leaving, like we were looking for a dance. They have all the different bands. We have to find dance music somewhere, but David Gray was singing some ballad. And we ended up staying there for about 2 hours, coming up, listening to David Gray of all people. That was weird. It was so weird. But it was one of those things you never forget. You know what I mean? Meatloaf, someone's put in. Put out Meatloaf, man. You like an old ballad, Meatloaf. Meatloaf likes a ballad.
What modern artists do the two of you listen to? What modern artists were you like, okay, I weren't really going to give it a chance, but you know what? They're actually really good artists.
Who have I heard recently? Do you know what? My mate is his knowledge of rap and R&B and stuff like that is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And he'd send me stuff on WhatsApp quite a lot, and a lot of it would be bands that I've never heard of. What's the last? Do you know what the last band I got into actually that's recent are a Dutch band called the Clintons. They're 4 women that play sort of punk mixed with pop, and they're unbelievable. They've only they have like 300 monthly listeners or something on Spotify. It's crazy that they don't have more, but they blew my mind now. To be fair, last year they were all I listened to. They're the only new band in ages that I've really gotten into. Most of my music will be older. It will be older, but I'm open minded, massively open minded when it comes to music. If someone sends me something good, then do you know what? And it is like that. If someone sends me something that I go, oh man, that's amazing, it's all I listen to for the next few weeks. You know what I mean? If I really like something, I absolutely plow it out of it. But
you give it a chance. You give it a chance.
Oh, I'll give everything a chance. And then if I do like it, I really get into it. Like,
I'm gonna send you then. Have you heard of The Weeknd? The artist, The Weeknd. Have you heard his older stuff?
No.
When he first came out, because his older stuff is very experimental. It doesn't sound R&B-ish. I'm gonna send you. And then I'm gonna see if you like it, because I feel like you may actually like the old Weeknd.
I'll be very open-minded with music.
Yeah, his older stuff is really good, but it's very drug. He sings experimental R&B almost like a rock band, talking about tripping out and doing drugs with girls, and bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. The Weeknd. His whole thing is just, it's crazy. I'm gonna send it to DJB as well. Say DJB.
Yeah, do you know what I quite like modern? The Swedish House Mafia.
Swedish House Mafia, really?
Moth to a Flame. What a tune, man! What a tune! I quite like.
Never got into.
I've been listening. You ain't heard it.
No, I know of them. I just never got into them.
Yeah, just a little bit of Swedish House Mafia, a little bit of that I've been listening to. But I like Keen. I love Keen.
I like DJB. That's my guy. My guy. I like Keen as well.
Tom Chaplin. Honestly, man, Keen. I've got the albums. I've seen Keen.
Rock, man.
Love
Keen. Rock.
Why don't we go somewhere that we know? Somewhere only we know. Do you know how I never knew about Keen? My mum had friends that were from Scarborough. They're Scarborough.
Yeah.
The whole trip from London to Scarborough, I was listening to Keen. And I was like, I don't. At first, I'm like, I ain't listening. I said to him, "Yo, put Usher," because Usher's album came. I said, "Put Usher Confessions." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Put Confessions on, man." And I had the 50 Cent album. I think it was The Massacre. I was like, "Put 50 on." They're playing Keen. I actually like Keen, but a lot of people don't like Keen though. DJ,
I love Keen.
A lot of people don't like Keen.
I don't like it. I can't stand it.
I like Simply Red.
Shane is like, I don't stand it. I can't stand.
I can't stand Keen, man. Pussy rock, man. I'm not listening to that shit. If you're going to rock out to it properly, you know what I mean? Nah, none of that.
Simply Red. I like a bit of Simply Red.
Like checking into rehab because they're drinking too much red wine. Get the fuck, like, come on.
Like a bit of Simply Red.
Yes, I like.
They have some tunes. Yes. In Excess as well have a few tunes, man. In
Excess, yeah.
I like Simply Red. Yes. What's that tune?
You like a ballad,
and he's like, I think he's on a roller coaster or something.
Oh yeah. That's what it's called, roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah,
like pleasure at the fairground.
Coming home to you. I know you can make it.
That's a tune.
Yeah, man.
A lot of bit of Feg, a lot of bit of Simply Red.
Simply Red, yep. DJ B, yep.
Yeah, a lot of these bands like Simply Red and stuff like that, you listen to their greatest hits and you go, fuck, I know that song. You know what I mean? A lot of them are just sort of a background, like you've always known it, but you didn't know.
There's one artist.
Seal, man. You got to love a bit of Seal. Come on.
There's one artist I cannot stand that I can't even look at the guy. Sam Smith.
Oh, fuck off. That's just a clown.
I can't lie. He's actually got a very good voice. I can't.
Yeah, so what, though?
No.
His music's terrible and he's an idiot as well. So. UB40 are great, man. UB40 are great.
UB40, yeah. Top, yeah.
Shane, you're so toxic and negative when it comes to music.
It's all coming out.
I can be. If I don't like someone, I really don't fucking like them, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. If I don't like them, you either love them or hate them, don't you?
Man. Yeah, there's no in between with music.
Like Marmite, you either love it or hate it.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you right now.
Listen, Sam Smith is a weirdo, yeah, but being a weirdo and having a great voice is two different things. I can't.
Big time, man. Most lead singers are weirdos anyway. That's what they did. That's how they get to where they are.
Bro, Prince was moving like a batty, man. Every time I saw him, he looked like a pimp. I was like, he's looking like Cat Williams.
Man, he had women that just lived in his house or like his slaves.
Yeah, but he looked a bit dodgy though, Shane. I can't lie.
Man, he was up to some weird shit, that guy, man. He was up to some... I'm telling you he was, man. And he loved the fatties. Man. He was always pounding fatties all the time. He loved them, he did. I'd say all the songs are about that. Listen to all the songs. They're always about the porkers, man. Every time. Like, he loved them.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But then Freddie Mercury, certified batty boy, but he had a great voice.
Yeah, he had dwarves going around with fucking plates of cocaine and balanced on their head.
Freddie Mercury was an entertainer, wasn't he? I mean, he was
unbelievable.
Man, wasn't he? I mean, I weren't into Queen.
I'm not into Queen. My
ex-wife, she's a massive Queen fan. But
the movie about him is brilliant.
Oh, brilliant,
man! What's his name?
Rocket Man as well. Elton John movie. That
was good too. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Yep.
Do you know he never wrote any of his songs? He had a writer that used to write for him, and he just
he wrote the music, and your man wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, never wrote any lyric. Yeah,
Elvis never wrote a song either. Elvis never wrote a song either. So
no.
Is it true that black artists were writing for Elvis? Is that true?
Yeah.
They're all covers. A lot of them covers. Yeah,
a lot of them we got. A lot of them he got from blues.
No, that's the thing, because they couldn't get the black music into the mainstream because the white people wouldn't buy it. So he was able to. But he was an entertainer of the highest quality. You know what I mean? He really was. But yeah, but I think he always felt guilty about it as well. I think if you see, he always felt guilty about it. But that's just the way it was. That's the way it was. And he never wrote a song. A lot of his were covers, or else written for him. They'd be written for him. But most of them were covers.
He was into
until he got to the stage where he's bringing out 4 albums a year when he was making movies, and it was just a soundtrack to the movie, and he'd just be advertising things and stuff like that. Eddie Murphy does it with his Lemonade and all that, just whatever it took to hawk a few quid. The chap was nearly broke when he died, absolutely bled to death.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? Look how happy we are when we talk about music that we like.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, it's the same when me and DJB are talking about Arsenal back in the day when we're on Jesus and stuff like that. We're all well happy, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just this manager and this iteration of the club that does my head in.
Iteration, all this business. Let's get a fucking background off because it's driving me fucking nuts.
Do you know what? Before we wrap up, because we've already done 3.5 hours.
Yeah, have we really? My God,
yeah.
what a first introduction at your show. 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I remember when I first went on Leeds, I was on there for about 5 hours. He went, I won't keep you for long.
Same here, yeah.
We let you go, Randy. We let you go. We don't start talking about work rate. Big up to my guy Lee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, what are you guys' thoughts about the game tomorrow? What's your prediction?
Pretty much the same, to be honest. What I'd like to see and what I am going to see, I don't know. Do you know what? Right? Do you know what? I'm going to be 100 here now because I am just going into next season with an open mind because I didn't want this manager managing my football club next season. I'm just going to go with an open mind and whatever happens, happens. Because I'm fed up now of kind of, oh yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. So tomorrow for me, I just honestly think it's going to be much of the same. I'm hoping he's going to start with the 11 that he's going to start at Old Trafford. I don't want him experimenting. I don't want him, trying different things. Just go in there as if it's the first game against Man United, even if it's for like the first 40 minutes, half an hour, then change it in the second half. But I would like to think that the team that starts tomorrow is similar to the team that's going to start against Man United. So then we've got a good idea of where we're at. If they're all fit. But I can see tomorrow being quite high scoring again. 2-2, something like that. 2-2, 3-2 to Arsenal, something like that. I don't think it'd be a low scoring game. I think it'd be quite open, to be honest.
I hear it.
We'll
Shane,
see.
What do you think about the game tomorrow against Athletic Bilbao?
All I'm looking out for is hoping that nobody goes off injured because I can see that happening as well. I can see someone going off injured. You know what I mean? That's where he has the team right now. Yeah, Downman will get a game. He'll be clever enough. If he feels the pressure 3 games into this season, he'll start playing Downman to get the crowd inside. Because he's conniving like that. He's sly, you know what I mean? But I don't want to see Downman playing too many games next season, by the way. I think he's a wonderful player. But I just think it's a lot of pressure, especially where we are at the moment. I don't want to be putting all that pressure on a 15-year-old. You're here to save us and all that, Yeah, I just don't want this manager anywhere near him. But tomorrow, I'm just looking out for no injuries. Looking to see if Gyökeres can get fed, which he won't. And I'm really worried about Rice. He looked absolutely exhausted in the last game. Absolutely exhausted. And even if we start with the midfield and we start with the team that's going to play, I don't think we can, because if Gabriel starts, that's a big risk. And if he doesn't start, then he won't be fit for United, which he won't be either way. So, I'm just looking for no injuries. I think there'll be goals as well, like DJB said. I think it'll be quite open. I think, we're going to get cut open. But, I'm pretty sure we'll see them score on a counter-attack with 2 passes. That's probably going to happen. I'm afraid that I will be right and we'll see an injury. And I'm wondering about Havertz. If Havertz is if the injury, because if Havertz is still injured, that's the only way Gyökeres starts against United. If Havertz is fit, don't be surprised if he starts. You know what I mean? And even if Havertz comes on at any point, he'll start against United. So I'm I've no enthusiasm for it. I rarely do for preseason anyway, but I mean, just less so now. But I just don't want to see any injuries, and I want to see Gyökeres score, so he forces his hand. That's the main thing. If he bangs in a brace or something like that, then if this prick goes and drops him, then let's see what the top gooners say about that. But it's more just about sort of seeing what he won't come up with any new tactics. So all we can do is just hope for no injuries and hope Gyökeres scores. That's
pretty much the same.
Get across. I hear it. I don't trust him to play the right team.
No.
We couldn't beat Villarreal. Athletic Bilbao better. I reckon we lose the game because of this manager. I do think we have the quality to win the game. I just don't think that we're going to win the game. Hopefully they prove me wrong. Not that I care about winning the Emirates Cup, but I want to see a performance. I want to see some momentum. I want to see some change. I want to see the manager making the right decisions. I don't want to see what we saw against Villarreal. 6 defensive substitutions, 1 including the goalkeeper before you bring on an attacker when you're chasing the game. Let's see some proactiveness from this manager. And yeah, if you want to prove us wrong, Arteta, win a major honor. That will shut all of us up. We won't be able to say anything. Yeah, we can say it took 6 years. Cool. I personally, I can speak for myself. When I say this, I never thought, and I don't think you're able to win a major honor. If you win one, fair play. You know what I mean? If you want to shut us up, then do something different. Show us why we should believe in you. Give us a valid, tangible evidence why we should be believing in you. You know what I mean? And shut us up and unite the fan base. People talk like EGAL talking about the fan base are divided. The one person that can unite a fan base is the manager. Liverpool were divided when it comes to Slot. Some people liked him, some didn't. He won the league. Everyone's united. Yeah, everyone's united there. You know what I'm saying? Maresca at Chelsea won the Club World Cup. I heard today they played well. I need to look at the match highlights. I didn't watch the game. Do you know what I mean? But Chelsea fans are seeming a lot more united because they're seeing trophies. Everyone expected them to lose against PSG. They completely blitzed them. The manager's giving them reason to believe in him when they're looking at him thinking, are you really the guy? The man to unite the fan base in any fan base is the manager. Hansi Flick at Barcelona, Enrique at PSG. The list goes on. Do you know what I mean? So win trophies and it unites all the fan base. All the fan base, the doubters, the believers, the non-believers, everybody unites. So instead of looking at us as fans and complaining at us, let the club be successful. Push for them to be successful and all of us will be united. Because that's ultimately what we want is success. You know, that's what we want. Even if it doesn't look pretty, who cares? We want to win. You know, I'm not begging for sexy football. I'm begging for winning football. When you go 21 years without winning a major honor, I just want to win. I just want to win by hook or by crook. I just want to win, bro. That's all I want to do. So listen, let me say a massive thank you to the both of you. It's almost 4 hours. You lot didn't have to stay this long. You know what
Big
I
up,
mean?
North.
And they're going to shout out their channel one by one. But DJB, link is in the title. Shane, link is in the pinned comment. I'm begging you, go and show support to the guys, to everyone, all the real ones. Support their channels. The more content, the better for you lot. When I'm not live, Shane's live. Shane not live, DJB's live. Different content, different voices. The more, the merrier. There's not many of us, but we're getting louder and we're growing. Please support the panelists every single time. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. I'm not even begging for a super chat. I'm not begging for you to donate. Just subscribe to these, man. You know what I mean? And subscribe to me last. Show support to the panel because I don't pay them to be here. They don't have to be here. Do you know what I mean? They give up their time willingly. So if you want to do me a favor, please subscribe to the panel and show support because the more that we are encouraged by the views and people supporting, it's flipping 2:30 in the morning. There's still 510 people locked in. You man can just subscribe to the mandem. You can subscribe to Shane. You can subscribe to DJB. There's no reason why. Everyone's saying facts, facts. Everyone's saying DJB facts, Shane facts. Support. Like and subscribe. Watch the video. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. Support the man. Do you know what I mean? Because we are the blackboard section of the fan base.
Facts.
You know what I mean? They don't want to mix with us. So if you want to hear more from us, support us. And the quicker that everybody can make a pretty little penny or be full-time, the more content you get. The more content you get, the more you hear from the voices you want to hear from. So make sure you're liking and subscribing. You know what I mean? Make sure you're supporting the man then because I can't do these panel shows by myself. You know what I mean? And I was exhausted. And that's my thank you to you two before I let you shout your channels out and before we wrap up. Yeah? Big up to the both of you. I did my last stream. I was almost falling asleep. This stream, I've been awake the whole time. You know what I mean? Massive thank you to the both of you.
Quality.
You know what I mean? I genuinely appreciate it because you just you don't have to. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to. You
No,
you can just Friday evening, innit? So big
it
up
was
to the
worth giving up my Tesco raid. It was Friday night Tesco pull. You know what I mean? No, big up North. Of course it was. No,
big
big
up,
up North. Thank you for having me on. Always a pleasure. I watch your content as well, so make sure you sub into North and follow him as well, because he puts out some brilliant content. Shane as well, always a pleasure, my friend. You know that. Got our retro show on Tuesdays back, which is good. So DJB, the Arsenal Huddle, come along, have a little look, have a little listen, join in, and listen. It's just the facts. It's just what I see. It's what I believe. All the opinions are different. You don't have to agree, but give your support to everyone as well. So it is important. Save our club, really, because that's all we want. We're just all fans. We're all Arsenal fans, and we just all want the best for our team. So big up, guys. Big up the chat as well. Stay safe, everyone, and thanks for staying with us tonight. Thank you very much. Cheers, North.
Big up every single time. Thank you, DJB. The link to DJB's channel is in the title. Shane, shout your channel out, bro.
Yeah, man. First of all, big up for having me on. Absolute pleasure, as always. And big up to DJB, the legend. Make sure you're subbing to both the lads, and make sure that you're liking the stream, because as Northside said, it does get the algorithm pumping and it gets us out there. And if you like coming in and hearing what we have to say, then just a little cheeky sub and a little cheeky like is all you have to do. But big up to everybody in the chat. Being absolute legends. I really enjoyed it, man. See us lighting up when we're talking about stuff that isn't this current Arsenal team. You know what I mean? That's what they do to us, man. This is what they do to us. And don't let people tell you that we're the negative fans, and that we just want the best for our club, man. That's it. That's why we demand standards. There's nothing wrong with demanding standards in life. There's nothing wrong with demanding standards in life. You know what I mean? You go out for a meal, if you pay a lot of money for it, you expect a decent steak to come out, not some charred piece of fucking meat. But listen, Shane Gooner, every morning 10:30, the full Irish. Plenty of other bits and pieces going on, but the main one would be, I didn't realize it actually. I was adding up, I was numbering all the full Irish I'd done. I started numbering them a while ago, but I'd miscalculated somewhere. I said, I must be getting near the 100. I actually had my 100 show yesterday and didn't even know, man. I had my 100 full Irish breakfast, didn't even realize. But it's 101 now. So tune in tomorrow for number 102.
101 breakfasts every morning.
Every morning, man. Every morning without fail. Never missed it. Haven't missed a day yet. But
absolute
that's
quality.
what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah, but listen, big up to everybody.
I'm telling you that now. I'm definitely going to pay a visit to Ireland. I've never been. I've always wanted to go.
Man, you have to come over. I've
even got a real reason to come now to see my.
There you go. I'll show you around, man. I'll show you around.
Yeah,
my place is big enough. Come over, you can stay here, man. All welcome. All welcome. But big up to everybody in the chat, man. And big up to Northside, the legend himself.
Big up, man. Make sure you're subscribing to Shane. Link to his channel is in the pinned comment. Big up to all you guys. Subscribe to both DJB and Shane. Big up to everyone that's locked in. And man, it's been a great stream. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to everyone on the panel. And we're going to redirect to Zir. He's doing a WWE stream. Redirect Northside raid on the way in. And we're out. Love.
Big up, everyone. Stay safe.